All right, so do you want to open up with talking about our sponsors for the week?
You were able to acquire a new sponsor?
A new sponsor. We got Slabtown Cider from Uxbridge Way. I think they're Uxbridge, Ontario, yeah.
Uxbridge, Ontario.
Yeah.
All right.
They
We're
provided
sampling a cider.
We're sampling the Mint Cucumber Hard Cider today. Handcrafted in small batches.
They did not provide it. Note.
No.
They provided it to the LCBO where Justin MacDonald purchased it.
No, I went to the cider house itself.
Oh, okay.
We were going for a hike, and we stopped at the slab.
Did they give it to you?
Slabtown after? Yeah. Well, no, they didn't give it to
I mean, I think we should be at least just in the fact that it was not a sponsor.
Sure. We'll give him a plug.
We'll give them a plug though.
All right.
This one is interesting. That's my one word review.
Well, this is the mint cucumber. It's not your
mint
typical
cucumber and apple.
Yeah.
Do I like mint? Love it. Do I like cucumber? I love it. Do I love apples? I love it. Do I like all three?
I'm a cucumber fan myself.
I find it interesting.
I'm okay with a cucumber water, but if you ask me to bite into a cucumber, I'm not gonna enjoy it.
Really, I love it.
Yeah.
It's like somebody threw grass in my cider.
You know, like I don't know what the shelf life is on this stuff.
No, that's the flavor. It's the flavor of cucumber that's just like,
they
why?
told me unrefrigerated 3 weeks you got. And then I think they told me refrigerated you got 3 months, and it hasn't been 3 months, and it's been.
So we're good. Like it's fine.
Yeah, should be fine. But who knows? It is an organic thing.
It's not the finest cider I've had. I think that there are fruits and bitter flavors that go well with ciders.
Mm-hmm.
You know, rhubarbs, cherries, tart things. Cucumber?
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's a pretty mild. Cucumber's pretty mild.
Was that cider we had the other night?
Yeah, the same place. Same place.
That one was top notch.
Yeah, I bought 5 bottles.
Of that one?
No, of just different flavors. Bought like
all 5 different?
They got like 8 different flavors. I bought 5 of them. They're like $16 a bottle or something, so I already went overboard when I bought the 5.
Yeah, that's a top price right there. For what is that? That's just like a 26er? What is that?
They got I guess so. It's 26. It's your typical big old wine bottle.
mil.
It's not a Magnum of wine. It's between the Magnum and the regular bottle of wine.
That's a regular bottle of wine. 750 mils.
Yeah.
No.
So it's only 6%. You're not gonna get all smashed up on it.
No,
because wine's like 14,
I couldn't have more than this half glass that you got right now of this stuff.
It's gonna be pretty acidic.
The other one was good. I can't drink more than 1 or 2 ciders at all, anyways.
Yeah. I went through a cider phase. I was trying to get shit faced on a cider, like just nothing but. I got one extra here.
Right.
Getting shit faced on just a bunch of Strongbows. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad time. I had one of those Summersbees, and I thought it was a beer. So I ordered, it was a card thing on the table.
Yeah.
With a promotion thing. So I'm like, yeah, give me one of these Summersbees, whatever.
Sugar bees?
Yeah. Oh my god. And it comes over like it's bubbling like champagne. I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? Drink down. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. That one
I had to make it through the whole pint. Oh,
you have to put that like a full pint of ice, and it has to be poured over it. You can't drink that way without it, because then it cuts that sugar down like crazy.
Nobody told me, man. It was a tough to get through. I think it was like the double size of a pint glass, probably full of ice actually, maybe. But I remember it being a really big glass. So
best cider I had, Redstone cider. It's great. It's made out of my favorite apple.
Did your hand of that?
Do you have a favorite apple?
Yeah, I like them. Royal Galas.
Really?
The Royal Galas, yeah.
Good crunch?
Good crunch. That's what they're all about, man.
And
if I don't
sweet,
get a crunch today, I think it's out the door.
Bitter? What do you got? Sour?
Sour and sweet at the same time.
Okay.
So, yeah, and they crunch like crazy, and they're tiny.
That's what I like.
Yeah. I also like those Korean pears.
The Empire. You might like the Empire.
I like an Empire.
Empire's good. Yeah, that's my favorite apple, man.
You never get the... I had some Korean neighbors when I lived with my parents, and I gave them a big crate of... I don't know, energy drink or something, because my aunt gave me a thing. It's not interesting what I gave them, but they gave me...
I'm glad you told us.
A huge crate of Korean pears, which I'd never seen before. They're like 3 times the size of an apple, and they're all wrapped up in styrofoam.
Yeah.
Those things are amazing, dude. It's like, I don't know, just extremely crunchy, and there's so much juice and shit. It's a big mess. Like you have
just like you need a bib.
You need a bib.
Yeah.
You need a catch bib like the babies have with the
the
trough
lobster
at the bottom
of an apple.
Eventful day. I dropped off a T-shirt.
Yep.
To a young lady who purchased one out in Taiwan,
Yeah, you didn't go to Taiwan to drop it off.
No, we looked at the shipping for Taiwan. It was $140.
Yeah. So we found out her parents live close by, dropped it off.
Yes, which was I wasn't supposed to go there. Turns out it's a very gated community. They live right at the shore of Whitby. It's in this gated community, and there's a bunch of mailboxes outside. I just ignored them and drove in. And there's all these signs saying like "slow down," tenants, not tenants only, but like
residents
only. Yeah. There's like 400 of those signs. And I'm just like, it's probably not smart of me to be in here. Then I went and knocked on the guy's door, and he was shocked. It's like, what's going on? I'm holding up a fucking dumpster talk T-shirt. He's like, this guy's trying to sell me a T-shirt on the front porch.
Some T-shirt. How the hell did you end up here? Buddy?
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to be here. And I talked a mile a minute, and he's just nodding the whole time. He's like, so what's going on? Then I dropped his daughter's name. He's like, yeah, but what's going on? And then I didn't want to try to tell it like a senior citizen or whatever what a podcast was, so I said I'm a radio host. He's like, you're friends with her? I'm like, no, I don't know her. I think my friend does, but I don't know because I really didn't know.
Yeah,
you had some distant Facebook connection or something. So I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. So this is for her.
Well, that one's going overseas.
That one, yeah. Well, he said they send a big box to her every Christmas or something, like as a stocking or something. So there you go. Happy Merry Christmas.
I think it's going to probably go over in a Christmas box or something.
Jessica.
Yeah.
Jessica, yeah. I won't give her last name out, but Jessica. Merry Christmas out there. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so that's sweet. What was I going to say?
No, that's okay. You want to have some dead air?
I can always cut it out.
We can cut it out.
I won't,
what were you gonna say?
But I could.
Yeah, like I edited one for the first time with you last week.
Yeah, how'd you like that process? I was going to ask you how you felt about it.
Well, because I'm just like, why would you cut anything? Unless you said something racist. I mean, I understand why you would cut it out, but no, with your constant slurs.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I don't think we cut a minute out of that one.
No, it's just cutting in. Like every time you take a piss is 5 more minutes of my life that's gone. Which, hey, I don't want you to hold it if you don't have to.
But you cut it here when I pee anyway, right? So
well, I stop it, but you still have to put it back together. I can't
I suppose.
I can't leave that in there. Just me sitting waiting for you to come back from pissing.
You should have a whole repertoire of just little anecdotes you can tell while I pee. Here's the pee corner with Mike.
You write those. I'll read them.
I'll write you jokes. I'll just pull them out of a joke book, like a 1950s joke book.
I signed up. I didn't realize. I've never been big on Reddit. Like, I know that's like a big thing for a lot of people on the internet. Never been big on it myself, but there's actually... That plane's probably going to end up real loud. You guys can hear the plane flying over us.
Rock and roll.
That's what you get for recording outdoors.
Yeah, it's better.
And being close to the airport.
Mm-hmm.
But I joined a /jokes Reddit, and every day, like, it pops up with a couple jokes. And I'm like, it's lightening up my day. I'm enjoying it. Some of them I'm like, okay, that was bad. Some of them I'm like, holy shit, that's crazy. But
you told me something about a Spanish joke the other day.
No, it was...
I'd say that sounds racist when I put it in that context, but it wasn't.
No,
it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was. Oh my god! I'm gonna look it up because now I got to tell it.
Yeah, but
I can't say. Oh, I sent you a joke the other day. Anyways.
No, but it means. Yeah, it wasn't a bad joke actually. I like that one.
Yeah, it was a good one. What's funny is I actually sent it to you. I sent the setup, and then you didn't reply, and I was like, so nothing.
That was something else. That was no, you just told it to me.
No.
Okay, well, let's see.
Did I? No. I'm going to look it up here. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So they said I couldn't be good at poetry because I'm dyslexic.
Oh, that's a different joke. Yeah.
And I sent that to you at like 2:00 in the afternoon. And like 3 hours later, I'm like, all right, well, he's not replying. So I was like, sent that. They said I couldn't be good at poetry because I'm dyslexic. And then finally I sent 3 hours later. I'm like, but so far I've made 3 jugs in a vase and they are just lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pottery. Good.
Pottery. Yeah.
It's a good joke.
And I was like, that's a really clever
Not
joke.
a bad joke.
Stolen from Reddit, but I was like, okay, it's good. You replied because I was like, nothing. You don't like jokes about poetry? And then you're like, as a child I grew up dyslexic and I used to write about it in my dairy.
It's good.
Yeah, it was a good reply.
That's a Zach Galifianakis.
Is it?
It's a straight up, like, you've seen his stand-up?
I can see
piano.
him doing that, yeah.
He plays piano.
The delivery on that?
Those jokes, yeah.
Yeah.
He had great ones. We're making a lot of noise on these chairs this time around.
Yeah, I know. One of these days I'll have a way better setup. We'll just talk about it for the next 3 years.
Yeah, we will. I mean, I prefer us make a whole damn studio and all that nonsense. We can sit outside and do this too.
We can, yeah. I mean, I don't mind this, but it's definitely nice when it's like a decent recording without like things like if I move around too much, it's this. Nobody wants to listen to that.
I really hate I can't listen to it for a second from watching a YouTube video and there's wind blowing in the microphone. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I get it. It's annoying.
I can't stand that.
I don't like
horrible sound.
There's been podcasts that I've listened to, and I'm like, this sounds like great content. I can't stand how badly it's recorded, and I just have to turn it off. Yeah. I'm just like, you know what? Or I skip, like if it's the beginning of their podcast, I'm like, you know what? I'll just skip to like the 5th episode. Maybe they've gotten better or they've purchased better gear or something. I don't know, but like I can't stand it. It just drives me nuts.
It's funny listening to the Justin Bruckman Adventure podcast, and they had our friends Chuck and Dave on there.
Oh yeah,
and Chuck was just chewing gum
the whole
time. And I texted Chuck like, "That was a great podcast, man. You sounded great." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Was that Hubba Bubba or Dentine? What was that?" And he's like, "Oh fuck." He's like, "Was it the whole show?" I'm like, "Yes,
yeah,
the entire show." It was who wouldn't tell him to spit that out?
Yeah, I really enjoyed. Yeah.
It was really funny listening to some of the Sum 41 stories, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think they told a really good one about Weezer in that.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, like harassing Weezer by accident.
I talked to Dave. He'll come on. I'll get Dave on this eventually.
Yeah, of course. I saw he just did one.
He's on the list of all of the people we've never had on that we say we're going to have.
We've had one guest on.
Yeah.
One guest
But we're looking at it. We're looking at getting a few more guests. I mean, this is pretty good. We're recording. This is only the next week. This is a week later.
This is what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, weekly is going to be tough to hold up, but we're going to keep it going. This is recording a week after the last time we recorded.
Even our most recent
might not go
customer
up a week from now, but we're planning. Yeah. Like, you know, no promises and don't hold us to this, and you probably don't anyways, because who would have expectations of us in any regard after listening to this? But monthly. That's what we've said.
We said, I want bi-weekly.
Well, yeah,
but,
we all
maybe
want a lot of things
stars.
in this life.
Yeah.
But if we can get one out by the first Friday of every month, I'd say we're doing pretty good. We put one out the first Friday of October.
You're shooting a 9-to-5 job now. And this
it's not 9 to 5, I wish it was.
Well, I mean, Monday to Friday.
Yeah, I mean, it allows me, I don't really work until later in the day. Mm-hmm. I'm working from home, so I don't have to worry about commute. So, I mean, recording later, like tonight, this works.
Right.
You know, and if not, if winter's coming, we're not going to be doing much on weekends anymore. So,
except for that bowling league I want to start.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Are bowling places even open in COVID?
No. I mean, a friend of mine who lost his father-of-law, not father-in-law, so basically his sister's father-in-law. I mean, it's not that interesting, but nonetheless, yeah, they don't know where he got it from, but he passed away from the COVID-19, and they think possibly it might have been a bowling alley.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
that's sad to hear.
It was nasty. He was a young man too. He wasn't an old fella, so puts a little reality in everything we got to think about. I mean, I've been. I wouldn't go as far to say reckless with things going on, but
no, I mean you're respectable in letting people know the things you're doing or where you're going, but
right. But I'm not doing much. I haven't worked since this shit kicked off, so yeah, I'm working on that. I just got turned down for a job I didn't want. I got the job, and I'm like, I really don't want this job.
Well, that's like then, what I got. I went to an interview. Well, I'll let you finish.
That's okay. Basically he just. He sent me a text today being like, you know, a guy of ours came, so I was relieved. He's like, a guy of ours came back on shift and maybe we don't need you. Like, do you have another prospect? And I'm like, yeah, I have another prospect. I don't.
Yeah, throw a little bit in
there. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And shit. But cool. At the same time, like, very irresponsible thinking on my part. But just didn't give a shit.
Sometimes you got to do that, man. I know I told it once before, but I remember like a long time ago, I got perfect on some fucking like security guard test and like everything else. And I was like, and they offered it to me, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this. Mm-hmm. I didn't have anything else. Didn't have any other money. Didn't have anything. I'm just like, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. You know, I'm just not doing it. I can't.
Well, because I'm
not that person.
That's when you scored like 100% on the test.
Yeah.
Which reminded me of like when Seinfeld filled in for Newman as a mailman.
Right.
He's like, they knew it wasn't me that did my roof. How? Because
all the
mail got delivered. No one's ever broken the 30% barrier.
You did 100%.
100% of the mail.
Yeah. Yeah,
that show, man.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, I don't like. I think that getting 100% on their test that was like
that's evidence you should
if
not
it was
be
possible, I could have got 200%. Like it was like I was like, are you kidding me? These are the questions. Like, what the fuck am I applying for? But I shouldn't make fun of it. But I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
no, it's fine. It's security guard job. Like that's all there is to it. But like,
I don't know how many security guards are listening to this, but I feel bad. But what the fuck? That job sucked.
Yeah,
I didn't even do it.
Most of the security guards where I work downtown, it's jobs they give to foreigners. Like these people can't speak, and you do need to, as in the line of work I'm in, I need to find my way around a building. Can I get this door disabled? Shit like that. And I'm talking to a guy that doesn't even have English as a second language at all. So the bar is low for security guards. That's okay to say. It's a sitting around job.
It's tough. I mean, like your pair of eyes, you got to take notes, and you got to, you know,
it's just
it's a deterrent.
It's checking a box for insurance. Like, was there a security guard there? Yeah. Okay. Well, insurance will pay you whatever happened. Yeah. That's all it is. It's a nonsense job.
Yeah.
Like even as a tradesman, I'll end up bossing security guards around that I don't know.
You have no right to do it.
I feel like I shouldn't have a right to, but they're just like, okay, you're in charge of this guy. I'm like, why am I in charge of
the security
your
guard?
staff?
Yeah.
This is insane. But they'll do that. So no, they're not. They're not a respected trade, I think, the security guard. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with saying that.
Yeah.
Sorry that any security guards aren't there. Reach for the stars. You can do better. It's just not a real job. It just is not. Maybe if you're running like security for, you know, is it P. Diddy? What are we calling him now?
Puff Lion or something?
Yeah, no, it's Snoop Lion. That only lived for a little bit. Snoop Lion.
Oh, right.
Wouldn't Snoop quit weed? And he went to Africa and came back as Snoop Lion?
Really? I didn't know. I thought that was just because he did a reggae album or something.
I don't know. I heard it, but he did quit weed, I think, through that period or something.
I can't imagine that. But that probably was short-lived. That's like when I was a vegetarian for a month. And then someone said, we're going out for wings. I was like, oh, fuck, wings? I can't give up wings. And I was like, God, I forgot about wings. God damn it. And it was like January, and I was like, who am I kidding? As soon as I go to a barbecue, I'm going to eat all the meat. I can't get away from that.
I had to kill a mouse last night. This was strange. Because, like, it's one of those things. I eat meat. I got to kill this mouse. Otherwise, I put, like, a live trap out there and, you know. But I had to kill this mouse. This was bizarre. I stood up from the couch. This has happened twice now. I stood up, and there's a mouse in, like, the middle of the living room. Typically, they stay to the perimeters and, like, run around the edge of the wall and into a hole or something.
Yeah.
This guy's in the middle of the fucking living room.
In your house?
Yeah. And he looks at me, and I look at him, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I don't want to make a move.
Is this at night?
Yeah, like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I got to grab a broom. Like, I don't have a shoe. I don't have anything to throw at it. And I don't want to do that either, but what if I can't catch this guy ever again? He's going to drive me nuts. Sure enough, the second I make a move to grab a broom,
he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Fuck. So I put out a mouse trap and went to bed. 10 minutes later, I'm in my bed and I hear this whack. I'm like, really? A mouse trap's that noisy? Go down there. And here's the mouse. He's not in the mouse trap. But he's dead on his back. And there's an incredible amount of blood for a little mouse.
God.
Splashed all up the wall, all over the floor. Yeah. So I had to clean up like mouse blood and brains. There's little organs in there and everything.
Oh, he was like cut in half.
I don't know. He looked absolutely fine. So I guess all this stuff probably came out of his mouth or his butt or something. No, got him, man.
And he wasn't even in the trap.
Nope, wasn't even in the trap. His toe was caught in the trap. So when I picked up the trap, he was dangling out of it. That means I got to remove. That's the worst part is opening the trap and letting him out.
You keep them? You know how much those are?
The mouse traps?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Throw? No, because I've got
whole thing in the garbage.
No, I'm not gonna throw a mouse in the garbage. I put it back into nature. I threw it out on the front lawn for a bird to pick up. My bird's gonna eat it. That's a good thing. That's circle life. I'm not gonna throw that's just
check out the garbage.
Let them rot in the garbage. Plus, it'll reek in 2 weeks because we only get our garbage removed every once in a while.
You can take it out of the house still.
I gotta take the whole bag. Now I'm wasting a whole garbage bag, right? But now I'm making more garbage. Yeah, so now I'm producing more garbage.
Whatever. Yeah. I mean, I've already realized in myself, like, I know I'm gonna eat meat. Like, I know I'll do it. But if I had to kill my own meat, I could eat and skin a fish.
Yeah, if it came down to survival, you'd eat anything and kill anything in sight.
Yeah,
you would. So
yeah, that's like I guess it's different when you're like starving in the woods and shit.
I just don't mean to be cavalier about it. If I'm gonna eat meat, I can't be kind to this animal and shit to this animal. Like if I had to eat your dog, Grumpus, I gotta eat your dog. I'm sorry, Bob. I'm sorry, but that's just it. That's the story.
I mean, you don't gotta.
I eat cows all the time. I gotta eat this dog.
It's not going to be as tasty.
I'm out of cash. I was going to order pizza. I'm out of cash. I got to eat your dog, bro.
I'm out of cash.
You come in there and I'm just licking my fingers like, what? I'm out of cash. My debit got turned down. You ate my fucking dog?
Payday's not for like 2 days.
I ate my dog. Slow cooker, bro. Where were you?
Low and slow.
Slow. I set it and forget it. That thing's gone. The set it forget. Is there still infomercials for dumb shit like that?
The Ron Popeil.
Oh wow.
Ron Popeil's Ronco food dehydrator, and I don't know what that one was called. The set it and forget.
It was a rotisserie cooker. Yeah. Set it and forget one.
I know it was from Ron Popeil.
It was funny. Hulk Hogan turned down the George Foreman grill and went with a different appliance to endorse.
Wow.
Yeah. George Foreman went with the George Foreman grill.
Well, it's only makes sense. It's named after him.
Excuse me, Hulk. Would you like to endorse this George Foreman grill? You know what? I think I'll leave the George on that one.
Hulk Hogan's George Foreman grill.
He should just come back with that one. That's a good idea. Hulk Hogan's George, and it's just yellow and red, with like a ripped up T-shirt on. Hulk Hogan's George Foreman grill.
Hulk Hogan
presents the George Foreman
with
grill.
A J and like PH Foreman. Hulk Hogan's George Foreman grill.
Hulk Hogan presents the George Foreman grill.
Yeah.
In association with. That's great.
With association with the Hulkamaniacs.
Yeah. That's a great. I only knew about this story. You hear what happened with Hulk Hogan and the sex tape?
I think somebody's mentioned that to me.
It's a very strange thing. But what happened is that he made a sex tape. And it was contrived. He knew he was being filmed for a sex tape.
It was like a publicity stunt.
Right. Okay. But then he didn't want it released or something.
Yeah.
And then whatever production company just went ahead and released it. I don't remember the logistics of it, but he got something like $400 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Like he was destitute for money. He had a brutal divorce from his wife.
I thought he ended up losing all the money from the sex tape. I heard something about that. Now he's still fucked.
No, he made up all that money due to a lawsuit.
But like he disappeared completely.
He was in a really bad way with the divorce.
And he's still in a bad because he's gone and something happened. I don't remember what it is. We should come back there. Maybe somebody can tell us.
Revisit that one?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure something happened. Like he's out of the limelight for something fucked up. He's either like crazy broke or I don't remember.
I bet you the Hulkster's okay.
Yeah?
I bet you the Hulkster's okay.
I
don't think Vincent Manning's taking care of him.
Ask Siri.
Yeah, is the Hulkster okay? Siri, is the Hulkster okay? Hulk's doing fine.
Here's what I found on the web.
No, this is what we wanted to talk about. We talked about this. We had a conversation last week or something. We're like, we should do this on the podcast. So we revisit this and let's see if we're passionate about it this time. It goes back to when I was told that I'm agnostic and I'm not an atheist.
Oh, right. We did have a good conversation about that.
So I wondered about that, and I'm like, well, if I don't believe in any sort of deity, if I'm using the right term for that, then
I never really known how to pronounce that. It's either deity or deity.
I always thought it was deity.
Yeah,
big deal.
Cool.
So no, I have to think that I am.
Well, first
an atheist, but then you brought up. I think this is the way you brought it up.
Let's explain, because I always forget this, and I've already forgotten when this is what started.
Oh, yes.
Agnostic is what?
Agnostic, I think, is you believe you're spiritual, or you believe that there's something out there. But you don't have any thought either way. Something could exist, something could not. You don't really care either way. I think maybe that, or like you're spiritual, but you don't believe in any organized religion. I think agnostic is you believe there's some sort of higher power, but you don't believe that we know what it is or anything. That's to my understanding of agnostic. Is just like we don't know, but there's got to be something.
Yeah,
there's got to be something.
I mean,
out there.
neither one of us are educated enough in this or religious.
Sure, why not?
So yeah, but
which is probably frustrating. Someone's clenching their teeth listening to this again. But the point you brought up was, well, if you believe in aliens, how could you be an atheist? Right? And
well,
I'm like,
not so much just aliens. So my point was not like if you can believe in aliens, like, and they have nothing to do with humans,
right?
Then sure, like you could still be an atheist because I don't believe that is, like, that's not a higher power that has had something to do with the world that we know it.
Well, and I think that's not what you said when we discussed it last time.
No, I was talking about, and maybe that's what I didn't clarify, but I was talking about if you believe that aliens at some point came down and interfered, and like, because some people believe the aliens were here.
They planted us like in the movie Alien.
They either planted us, or they messed with our physiology, or they gave us tools, or they did something to further evolutionize the human race,
like with
like to speed up evolution for humans.
Or the film was called was it Prometheus by in the
Haven't
Alien
seen it yet.
canon?
It's by Ridley Scott. It's
I
haven't watched it, and I heard it's great.
I think it's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's a bit silly. It's one of those things again where humans are just like, new planet. All right, let's get some AK-47s, walk around.
Yeah.
Like, no, what do you hang on?
Yeah.
Like, from any other standpoint, you set up camp and you sit there for 3 years, like, studying every particle that was anywhere nearby, and they're just like, okay, let's go fuck around, kick some shit around, turn a rock over, see what happens.
I hate to say it. It's a very American way of, like, space exploration.
Yeah, like even in Avatar,
we could probably go blow stuff up there.
Yeah, Avatar was like it was a bunch of miners, so it wasn't even space exploration. They're just sending out like
they want the unobtainium.
That's cool. Yeah, so it's unobtainable. So stupid.
What a dumb name.
Yeah, it's really really stupid that they let that go. Like
I got to go to the store to get me some gets me drunk juice. And,
I wonder what it does.
Yeah.
Where's that on the chart?
Well, I feel funny. What am I drinking?
It's so stupid. It's like, I don't know. Everyone's like really excited for the next Avatar and shit. It's like, what's stupid?
I would like to know who these everyone are.
I don't know.
Nobody is.
Really?
I don't think anyone's excited about it. It's like, I mean, obviously somebody must be because Disney's forking over like boatloads of cash.
No, people really liked it. People really, really liked it. Remember they even talked about Avatar depression, where people were leaving the theater being like, oh man, like our world sucks compared to the Avatar world. They have like Avatar depression. That's what they called it. Like it's one of those stupid news
this
articles.
Sounds like shit that was made up.
Exactly. Well, it's one of those things where like one person said it and the news is like, that's good. Let's do a survey. Let's do a survey and like, 5 people outside the theater said they have Avatar depression. It's a thing, and they make a whole. That's what.
Yeah. But that's like they just skew everything. It's like, so out of 10, how happy were you in the movie? Oh, I was like a 9 or a 10.
Yeah.
How happy were you leaving the movie? I don't know, maybe like a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
There's another one, folks.
I was kind of sleepy though. Wait, where you going?
Yeah. That's another one. Chalk another one. He's depressed and he has Avatar
I gotta
depression.
call my grandpa died while I was watching it. No, we've got your answer.
Doesn't matter. We've got your answer locked in. Next person, please.
Well, yeah, okay. So then,
okay. This is what I was saying.
Okay.
If aliens can't, like, so there, if you are one of those people that believes aliens interfered with humans in our evolution at some point way back when, who knows?
Right.
And either escalated or aided or to any sort of extent.
That would make that a higher power.
That would
therefore
make that
you
a
would
higher
believe
power.
in a higher power. Therefore, you are no longer an atheist.
Yes, because I've heard people say, "I'm an atheist. I think aliens where humans came from," and I'm like,
but I think
then you're not an atheist.
But that's just another scientific. It's called that biology then. So that's just another existence of aliens, and then maybe they interfere in our evolution. Sure, okay,
yeah,
but that's not a belief in an all omnipotent being that created the cosmos and everything, right? So,
but not every deity or deity has stated that they are the all creator. No,
I think so.
Creator of all things. I mean,
I'm sure not saying there's like 300 gods, right? So
yeah, like they're all over the place.
Yeah.
They're all over the fucking place.
You can find a god anywhere.
Yeah, you can find a
Kick
god
a log
anywhere.
over, we're gonna find a god.
Yeah,
Jesus.
fuck, you can ask anybody on the street; they got a new god. But I mean, Scientology is apparently a religion. I don't know if that's self-proclaimed or not, or if because they're organized and they have a belief, they are considered a religion. But
they're considered a religion. Well, they're under law. They're considered a religion. So because now they're a registered religion, they can't be taxed.
Oh my God, yeah. Which is crazy. Mm-hmm. But if that is the case, their beginning of that religion is aliens have infiltrated humans.
Yes.
And so they believe that these aliens live inside them, and there's so many...
So
I don't know what the word is, but it's like midi-chlorians from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but they don't... I don't think they believe in an all-knowing being, Scientologists. I don't think
so. That maybe that's not what makes you a belief in religion. A belief in religion is not the belief of it all, because otherwise they're not a religion.
Okay, all right. That's fair. Yeah.
I mean, these are completely uneducated talks between the two of us.
Well,
I would encourage people to set us straight.
I consider myself somewhat educated on the Scientology religion, just because I've been like
because you watched that TV show with what's her face,
Lee Ramini. I've watched so much Scientology shit in the past, and just how
I've been in a Scientology church.
How have you?
And have done the test to find out how many.
Yeah, you use the e-meters.
I held on to two brass tubes hooked up to a fucking 9-volt charger.
Yeah.
With
it just measures measures your ohms and resistance between it, which fluctuates during your behaviors and things like that. So they're just like, and that measures your thetan levels.
Yeah, how many thetans are thetans?
Thetans. I think maybe thetans here. And and those that's a measurement of how many alien souls are in your being.
Yep.
And they cause all your pain and anxieties and everything else. And
can you take a guess at where I was on that spectrum?
I don't know if they measure you in OTs.
I mean, not an exact number because I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I remember like...
like Tom Cruise is OT 9, and that's like the highest you can be.
Okay.
Yeah, next to L. Ron Hubbard or something. Yeah.
Okay.
So you would have been OT 1 or OT 2, maybe. Maybe they'd be like, oh, you've already skipped OT 1, so let's get you these books. They're only $300 to start.
They told me that I was incredibly high, and I remember like a number like somewhere between like 4 and 6. And I didn't know it went up to like 9, but I was like a 4 or 5.
But that's a measurement of your thetan levels and not how good of a Scientologist. So I think OT is like how
it's
good
just
of a
it's just the level.
You are.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
So
it was like they gave me a
measurement.
There was like somewhere like a 3, 4, or 5 or maybe it was like a 13, 14, 15, like in the levels of thetans that I had inside me. And I remember they were like, yes, like you should really look into this. Like,
why did you do this?
We were in Cleveland and we saw it, and they were like it was there. It literally was an office building.
Yeah.
It was just like a storefront.
They had one on Church Street in Toronto.
They asked if I wanted to do it, and I was like, does it cost anything? They're like, no, just come in. And I was like, all right, why not? Fuck, we got the day to fucking piss around. I think we were on tour. I don't even remember which band I was with at the time, to be honest. And I think we'd set up and we were wandering around downtown. So I think it was Cleveland. And I was just like, yeah, this will kill time.
I remember I feel bad. I was driving through the States and we were supposed to go to Cleveland as one of our stops, just as I'm doing a road trip. And we saw Cleveland from a distance and we're like, how far is Nashville? Let's just do Nashville.
Why do you do the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? That's in Cleveland.
Yeah, I didn't know that at the time. Yeah. I remember thinking I think it is. You're right. And I remember thinking like every city must be as big as Toronto because all these cities have
massive names.
Like you know all the names, and there's like, they have a Major League Baseball team. They're gonna be huge. I remember coming over the horizon and be like, that's Cleveland, and there's like 2 skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's not do Cleveland. Let's not do Cleveland, man. So we skipped Cleveland, which is like a really shitty thing to do. Like, it's this stupid. No skyscrapers, fuck your city. Like, what's a skyscraper do?
You don't have a lot of office buildings.
It's like I go to Toronto.
Visiting there.
I go to Toronto and I go up every elevator, being like, okay, this is how cities work, right?
Yeah.
All right, do another tour.
No skyscrapers. I can't have fun there.
I got to have the sun all blocked out. You
probably would have had more fun there than the rest of what I know about that trip.
Well, I went to Dallas. Was a piece of shit. Yeah. Dallas sucks so bad.
Oh, I know. You've told those stories.
I've told the Dallas story on here, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know if I used all the racism in the story when I told it, but there was so much racism.
I think you did. Oh, yeah, I think you did.
There's brutal racism in Dallas. Bizarro.
Well, to the point you guys left pretty early.
Yeah. Yeah, I left a day early, and so did he.
Yeah.
Was not excited to stay there. It was just bizarre. Like, the food, the way they served food there was just bizarre. Like,
in the United States in general,
you order a regular dinner, and it's 5 plates.
Yeah.
It was 5 plates for me.
Yeah.
And one of the plates was just shredded cheese. Like a huge plate. Like one of those, like a 12-inch long oval plate.
How much was that meal?
Oh, it was probably like $5.
Really?
$5 American or something. Yeah, like, because everything's so cheap. It's
fucking wild,
bizarre.
man.
Yeah.
It's all fucking trash. Like all the foods are trash.
It was Tex-Mex, like almost everything else was. It was basically Tex-Mex restaurant, church, Tex-Mex restaurant, church, no bars. Like,
Tex-Mex.
There's like the nightlife was so dead there. It was very strange.
A Lone Star on every.
You don't
corner.
walk around in Dallas at night, like, and that's what the story with the cop was and all that.
I mean, there's a lot of places that. Well, I mean, yeah, there's ones where you're like Dallas where you're recommended not to walk around, but then there's also like I remember being in Calgary. I think it was in Calgary, and I always get made fun of for how I say that name. I don't
Calgary. Yeah, I say Calgary, which is dumb.
Yeah, I think it's Calgary.
Calgary. Yeah.
Calgary.
That's like we're supposed to say Toronto. You're supposed to say Toronto,
not Toronto. You know that someone's not from Toronto, and they say Toronto. Yeah. But I was in Calgary, and I remember it was like 11 o'clock at night. We had just went to the bars. I was actually 18 with one of my first bands, and I was able to drink in a bar. So, like, I was fucking polluted. Like, it was one of the first times I legally had drank in a bar. Yeah. I'd been in bars, but not legally.
Yeah.
And I remember we drank, and then at like 11 o'clock, it was like a Wednesday or Thursday night. It wasn't a weeknight, but they kicked us out. Like, the bar was closed. And they were like, get out. Yep, we're done. It was like a place called, like, I don't know, like Alligator Joe's or something ridiculous.
Did I miss what time of night it was? What time of night was it?
Like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, 11 o'clock at night, they kicked us out. They're like, yeah, you're done. We were like wandering around. This place was just like close to the financial district. So it would have been like the financial district of any city. And we were just like, okay, well, this is not the right area. There's nothing around here.
Yeah.
And we finally find someone. We're like, hey, guys, like, where are the bars at? Like, where can we find something to do? It's like 11:30 at night. And they're like, what do you want to do? It's 11:30. And we're like... We want to go to
bed, man. We got church tomorrow.
Yeah, like we want to go to a bar, and they're like, "Yeah, no, it's like Thursday night, man. Like it's 11:30 on a Thursday. Like nothing's open."
Oh, that's weird.
And we were all just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
We had that in Connecticut. Connecticut had a lot of weird drinking laws too. I mean, you've been down there, I'm sure, for some reason. And Connecticut was like, so we were in a casino, mind you, which casinos are like lawless in a sense, like. You can smoke anywhere you want and shit.
Like, as long as you're putting money into the machines and the tables, right? They don't care.
But say you had a drink in your hand, you ordered a shot, they're like, okay, give me your beer. I'm like, what? No. Like, to keep? They're like, no, just give it to me. I'm like, hang on, I need to just give you the beer. Okay. Takes it, puts it behind the counter. Here's your shot. Okay, do the shot. Right?
Gives you your beer back.
Gives you your beer back. You're not allowed to two-fist in Connecticut. You're just not allowed. Yeah, like, so what if he bought me a beer and I was walking around too? He's like, yeah, you better finish the other one quick. Like, what? What's going on here? Like, we can't sell you one while you have one going. Like, why would you?
Oh, it's ridiculous, man.
A Bible Belt, and it starts. It's all Midwest, and then it sneaks up like.
We have a better drinking age here, too, don't we?
Yeah, they're 21 down there. We're 19 up here.
That is fucking crazy.
Yeah, but it's also it changes state to state too.
Like we do with the provinces. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know. Do the provinces have different drinking ages?
Yeah, Quebec and Alberta are both 18.
18.
Yeah, and it might be something else, but I'm pretty sure everything else is 19.
Which is crazy in the States, too, because you can go to the military at 19, but you can't drink till you're 21.
18. You can go to the military at 18.
18.
You can literally go to war for your country.
How confused are you?
Be shot at for months on end. Who knows how long. Come home with PTSD.
Shoot other confused kids.
And come home and not be allowed to have a beer.
Yeah, you can do 2 or 3 tours.
And come home and still not be allowed to have a beer.
Thank you for your service. Here's your C+.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you like? Tea, iced tea or sweet tea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Coke or Diet Coke?
Oh, yeah. Especially when you get back in the States. You don't want to order an iced tea in the States. That's a dumb one, too.
Iced tea? I see.
Garbage.
Personally, I like it. Not really big on sweet drinks. I like just iced
Well,
tea.
I don't find iced tea our iced tea to be all that sweet. I find it to be just lubricated sugar water.
Sugary.
It's sugary.
It's so sugary.
No.
I think it's trash, to be honest. Especially brisk. Ugh.
It's got a lot of sugar in it. But it's good. It's just like I can hammer that faster than I can hammer water.
Nestea and
no
all that
problem.
shit.
That shit just fucking slides down my throat. It's very strange.
I literally drink that, and I'm thirstier for having it.
You probably would be, yeah. I mean, it is a diuretic. Because now there's a debate as if coffee itself, because that's caffeine, is a diuretic. So does it dehydrate you or hydrate you? Now what happens is because you drink all that water, you are equally as hydrated as you've been dehydrated by caffeine.
Really?
Yeah. But now I wonder if iced tea, all the sugar and probably the less water content in an iced tea than
I don't know. I feel like when I have coffee, I got to piss like fucking crazy.
Well, because there is a diuretic in it, right? So
and we've made it 40 minutes, and you haven't had to piss. Or maybe you have to piss, but you're holding.
No, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Wow,
Cool.
I'm impressed.
Sometimes because often when we record, I've had like 2 or 3 beers already. Yeah. Now I cracked one. We sat down. I got to grab a beer now though. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, I did want to bring up how I was messaging with one of our fans, my buddy Nate. I was messaging with him today. He was listening to the last one, and I got a new edit in there. So for anyone who listened to the last one, I got that edit idea that you gave while we were sitting there editing.
What's that?
The bum 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 bum.
Oh yeah.
Which I thought was great. I mean, we figured that out.
Coming from a pew to
when we take a break. And so I asked him, I'm like, hey, did you hear my new edit? Like, I was curious what he thought of it. And he was just like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, it's pretty good. You're gonna have to do that a lot for all his fucking piss breaks. Because that first one was like not even 20 minutes into the first.
I had a lot of peas in the last one.
Yeah.
Did we record out here last time?
We did, yeah.
We edited it inside and recorded outside?
Yeah, we edited it inside. And I like the number of times. So that's the first time that McDee's ever actually hung out with me while editing.
Yeah.
And the number of times, you have to listen to something like over and over again to get it like, okay, I got to cut that. Is it still there? Is there something trailing? Just so it doesn't sound awkward and weird cuts. And so for anyone who's ever edited audio, you got to just find the sweet spot. There's like a sweet spot in there. So you hear something over and over again. And when you're the one doing it, I mean, like, I notice it, but I'm also sick of it by the time it's done. And the number of times you're like, oh, I'm so fucking sick of hearing my own voice.
Well, I'm not in control of it. So, like, when you were cutting, whatever you were doing, like, sounded good the first time. Like, and it's been 20 times since. And I'm like, what is he doing that I can't hear? And why do I got to keep hearing my own voice sound fucking so stupid?
Because I'm not listening to your voice there. I'm listening to the very end of the clip because there might be like like at the end, and you have to cut that off so that it doesn't sound jarring. And I mean, like, yeah, sure, people probably wouldn't notice, but
yeah, but you would, and this is
I
your
would,
baby.
and this is and you know what? There are people that would notice, not everyone probably, but it's the same way with like someone who listens to fucking something that's auto-tuned. Not everyone understands what auto-tune is on a voice, and not everyone's going to pick it up. Mm-hmm. But the people that pick it up are like, well, that's a fucking piece of shit.
I heard that. Who's that dude? Post Malone. He's not auto-tuning anything.
He's an incredible singer.
He sings like that? He can sing like an auto-tune?
I don't know about that. Anything that's got that, do you believe in life? Like, I can't do it, but
right.
That.
Oh, yeah, the breaky.
Yeah, the breaky, like, weird jump.
Thing, yeah.
That, anything that's got that, like, that's auto-tune. Nobody's faking that.
So, I was told that because in recording.
But he's a great singer.
He sings along to his own recording as well. So, because he echoes so much in his recording, so when he does a live show, he still has a backing track of his own voice. Probably. And he sings a different octave than what's. Like
a lot of pop artists they do full backing tracks now.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
I left my friend in the lurch one time. I'll talk. His name's Rob Law, and we go and see this band in Minden, and they were called Aero Force. They were an Aerosmith cover band.
Okay.
And they used to like actually tour with Aerosmith and shit. They were big fans.
They used to tour with Aerosmith playing Aerosmith songs?
Something like that. I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
Well, they've been around. You could tell like they were aged. They were weathered. They were veterans.
Experienced.
Yeah. And
in life.
So my friend is telling me like while we're watching the show, I'm like, this is wicked, man. And the guy's like, my friend's like, yeah, he's not singing any of that shit. Like he's got a full backing track and everything.
Oh yeah.
Right. So we're at the bar, and the singer comes over and sits between us, like, after the set. I'm like, dude, that was wicked, man, a good set. He's like, oh, thanks a lot, man. And he's got, like, the long hair. He's like, I'm rock and roll. Like, he's got that whole attitude. He's cool. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Right? And I just go, hey, my buddy here, he says, that's all fake. Like, you're not actually singing along to any of it. And he goes like, ooh, this guy? And he's like right next to me. I'm like, yeah, this guy right here. And so he's like, hey, man, you think I'm fucking faking up there? And my friend's like, well, yeah. And he goes, oh, wow! Like, hits a note. He's like, you think that's fake, bro? And he's like, well, I mean, you're clearly using a backing track. And he's like, no, I'm not using any backing tracks. And he's like, well, what about, so my friend, he's a musician himself. He's like, what about this song here? He's like, oh, okay, we got some backing tracks, but I had already backed away. I was like, so my friend here says, yeah, you're not singing at all or anything, eh?
And you just fucked up.
And I just fucked up. So I left him there to deal with it. Such a shitty move.
Threw him right under the bus.
Well, that's when I had a shitty experience in that bar myself. It was the worst. It was so obnoxious. There's this really, really obnoxious guy. I'm in the smoking section, and this guy's going, papers, papers, papers. Anyone got any papers? Papers? I'm like, holy shit. Yeah. Everyone's ignoring the guy because he's so obnoxious, right? And finally, I had to turn to this girl. I'm like, hey, Mary, can you give me some fucking papers? So I said, shut up. So finally, she gives us some papers. And he's been yelling for like 5 minutes. Yeah. I go over there, hey, man, I got you some papers. He goes, oh, need any more? Fag. I'm like, what? The only... Oh, no, sorry. That's my fault. He said nerd. He didn't say he said nerd. I had glasses at the time. He's like, oh, need any more? Nerd. It's just like, fuck you, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Dick.
Yeah. Just a huge dick.
Yeah.
Wow.
A really funny one happened this weekend just passed. I was at a cottage. Went over to a neighbor's cottage, and there's like 12 people sitting around a bonfire or whatever, right? And I'm sitting kind of obscured to another person, and someone makes an off-color Jew joke, like a bad one. It was one of those kind of nasty ones, like, oh, jeez, man. Yeah. What happened was, though, a guy I didn't know and hadn't met yet that night, he kind of pivots around the person that he's obstructed by and looks at me, not knowing me at all yet, just to check if I'm offended because I look so Jewish. So I called him like, oh, what are you looking at me? What are you looking at me for? He's like, oh, I didn't know, man. I was like, because I know what you're thinking. And he's like, I'm sorry. So the whole place is erupting now. So I'm going, are you? Are you? Like, kind of, but no, like, God, just, it's okay. It's just a shitty joke. It's okay. I'm not hurt. I'm okay.
The guy just,
but the guy that actually
just lurks around somebody else like, just to look at you.
The person who made the joke. Yeah. He like pivoted around the person to like, and our eyes met. I'm like, I fucking see you.
Just to see if you're okay.
Oh, another funny thing happened there too. So it's a Saturday morning. Went up to the cottage on a Friday night. We had a lot of drinks.
Yeah.
Saturday morning we wake up and my friend goes, oh, you know what we need? We need another pellet gun. We have one pellet gun here. It's really good. I need to go buy another one. Let's go down to the Canadian Tire. Now, it's one of those things. It's 10:30, but we were up all night drinking and everything, right? So I shouldn't be driving, right? It's one of those things. I don't think about it. I get in the car. I start driving. And we're going down there.
Yeah.
And we're all kind of having too much fun in the Canadian Tire, just running off of old booze, adrenaline, and stuff like that, and the sugar and everything. We still need a nap. But we're running around in the Canadian Tire, and my friend goes, oh, shit, I forgot my ID. They're not going to sell me a pellet gun without my ID, and all this nonsense is going to happen, then you have to pay for it nonetheless. So I just go like, and there's this old dude walking by. I'm like, excuse me, sir, if I give you $100, would you buy me a shotgun? And he just goes, yeah. He pulls out his gun license and goes, yeah, I'll do that. So the guy comes over, opens the gun cabinet, and my friend that wants to buy the gun runs away. He's like, this is too much. And he runs away. So now I'm sitting there, and this guy's courteous enough. He opens, like, the employee opens the gun cabinet, and this guy's just checking bullets, and he's pretending to be my uncle. So I'm like, hey, Uncle Bruce, what do you think about this gun here? And I'm waiting for my friend to come back, and he's not coming back. I'm like, oh, I got to go get him. So I say, like, I'll go get cousin.
Do I know this friend?
Yeah, you met him.
Okay.
But so this Pash. Okay. So I'm like, I'll go grab cousin Matt because I'm pretending to be his. And who says that naturally? Hey, Uncle Bruce, I'm gonna go get cousin Matt. So ridiculous. And we just left him there. We just left him there with the gun cabinet open. He was like pretending to be interested in bullets. So he had no interest.
It's insane that he was going to let you buy
buy
a gun for that's a really bad thing for a gun owner to.
Probably is.
Like, I mean, not that you guys were nefarious kids, but imagine you had really evil plans with that gun, and it'd be registered to this kind old man.
Shotgun. I mean, a shotgun's meant for hunting, so it's like one of the.
I don't know. I wouldn't hunt much with a shotgun.
You're hunting ducks with them.
But don't they end up with a whole bunch of pellets and shit in them?
Yeah,
buckshot?
I think the idea is, well, you have bird
not a
shot.
hunter.
Yeah, you have bird shot. You have snake shot.
Oh, like different types of.
There's buckshot. Like when you have a shotgun, there's a shotgun shell, but there's only just one big slug in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But for bird shot, it's just like a whole wave of pellets. And
but then
they just knock the bird out and kill it, but they don't really penetrate the meat that you would eat. So that's how you can just take out a couple birds with one shot and just there you go.
Got it.
Send the dog out to pick them up out of the pond. I think that's how you go duck hunting, which I think I'd be more prone to. I don't want to shoot a deer in the head.
No.
As a meat eater, I have to. It's completely obtuse to say like I don't want to hunt and kill but eat everything and
I
benefit from them.
I think I could probably kill anything that doesn't have eyebrows. You just about died.
I almost ruined my mic.
Yeah.
Doesn't have eyebrows.
Well, because that.
So what? Like an orangutan and a gorilla are out, but everything else is game. Like
well, no, like
eyebrows?
Like cows, deer, they got eyebrows.
I suppose they have.
Like I couldn't.
They don't have okay, eyebrows. Yeah,
they have eyebrows. I mean, it's not any different than your eyebrows.
Cows got those big fluttery eyelashes on.
Yeah,
too.
like it's just like I don't know. A turkey, a chicken, a fucking a fish.
Anything equine. So like a horse, a cow. Yeah. I could eat all that because they're just big, dumb
cloven animals.
Cloven, yeah, equine, cloven. They're those. Oh no, because
cloven are things with
pigs are cloven though.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
But they're not equine. Yeah, either way.
Goats are not equine. They're cloven.
Yeah, they're cloven. Yeah,
yeah,
and they're messengers of the devil. Them guys. Goats.
That leads really well into an email that we got. Maybe we should talk about.
Oh,
do you want to take a piss though first?
I don't have to pee. No, I'm good to go.
I'm going to take one.
Oh, you take a pee. Oh,
I know. I know.
Nice.
I know. I feel ashamed.
Oh wait, let me fart into the mic first.
All right, you're gonna shit yourself. I know it. Yeah. So I mean,
who's it from?
A couple things to say. So if you've listened to the last episode, you know that we did a little contest. Mm-hmm. Basically, just us trying to curate content from all you fools.
Right.
But we ended up, the first email that we got...
The first email we got was from Sarah, correct?
Yes. From Sarah. So thank you, Sarah, for sending it in.
Thank you, Sarah, for sending that in. I haven't read it yet, mind you. Mike's going to surprise me with it.
So should I do this one?
Congratulations, Sarah, on the T-shirt.
Yeah, this is the T-shirt. This is going to be... we'll reach out. She'll probably already know this.
Is this Sarah's email as well?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is the goat base, and it's Sarah...
Kinda. It's not goat based. You're the one who's saying goat based. I said it is associated with cloven animals. You're jumping to conclusions.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, sir. You won a goddamn T-shirt.
Won a T-shirt.
You have to text us your size.
I'll reply to the email. It says green medium.
So oh, okay.
She's ahead of the game.
Ahead
of the game. So, am I going to host this one, or are you going to host this one?
You're going to host this one because you've already read it. Right?
Well, it doesn't give an answer.
Yeah, but you've already maybe contemplated it from having read it earlier today.
I've had it for an hour.
We got. Okay.
I mean, I read it
however long you got it to go.
Yeah, okay. I haven't read another one, so maybe I'll give it to you, and you can do that one.
Right.
Okay.
So
anyways, the contest was send in a would you rather to info@dumpstertalk.com, and you can still send more. If we deem it to be one of the most amazing ones ever, we may even just send you a T-shirt.
We're making swag all the time. You'll probably get a beer koozie or some stickers, some dumb shit. So you should always send stuff.
Maybe,
in anyway.
We'll send a rotted old hot dog to you in the mail. If it sucks, you might get
jar of dysentery. You send some in anyway.
Send one in anyways. We'll at least give you a shout out for it, minimum. And so we said first one to send in an email. This is the first email that we got. So we do have some other would you rathers to get into, and we'll see how many we get into.
I'm sure we can do a whole bunch.
And so this is the first one. I'll go first.
Hand it over, baby.
All right. Would you rather be a centaur, half man, half horse?
Let's see where the clovens are at.
Or a faunus? Faunus? I don't know if that's pronounced right. Half man, half goat.
Oh, I didn't know that's what they were called.
Yeah, faun is definitely like the Pan's Labyrinth. Mm-hmm. That thing is a Faunus. I think fauner. That Pan is a half man, half goat.
Right. There was little Toot in remember the Hercules?
Yeah.
The Hercules cartoon?
That's what that is.
Little Toot. So he was a half goat.
And he only communicated in...
Oh, because he had a little flute.
Yeah.
And then there was another guy that was slightly older than him. I remember what his name was.
But he was a centaur. He had half horse.
No, he was another little guy. He was half goat. The Hercules cartoon?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
He had 4 legs. And Toot only had 2. I'll bet money on that. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
So little Toot only had 2, and we'll call him Jeremy, had 4 legs. He was a goat boy.
Jeremy. Yeah, I can't remember his name. That's really...
Yeah, it's tough.
I want to say like Pippin.
I'm gonna Google it, but it's gonna be a tough one because you got to do Hercules and you got a Hercules cartoon. So I'm gonna Google that while you.
I'll find that quicker than you will.
Bullshit to you can.
Yeah, no way. I got you.
There's gonna be a lot of editing through this.
Oh, here we go. I got it.
Did you? Okay. Was it Spencer?
No. Where did it go? I just saw the names.
I got it. Oh, those fucking characters.
There's Toot.
Yeah, Lil Toot. Oh, it's Toot and Lil Toot.
What?
It's Toot and Little. No, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
Newton.
No, I got
Newton.
His
main
Toot,
sidekick, a helpful boy centaur who calls Hercules Herc.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Newton. And Toot, a small satyr who vocalizes only by playing his syrinx.
Yeah. Okay.
Newton.
Okay, good. Well done.
Newton
so
and
Newton
Toot.
was his name. Okay, cool.
I win that.
You won that.
All right. So, would you
I
rather?
concede. So I have a centaur for a friend.
No. Would you rather be?
Oh.
Would you rather be a centaur, half man, half horse?
Yeah.
That's 4 legs, and you're like torso and up.
Yeah.
So you got horse dong.
Wait, I don't know. I haven't. Okay, just go on. I haven't asked any questions.
Open the floor for questions.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So, I can either be a centaur or a half goat. Now, the half goat option is still 4-legged.
Faunus is what she says.
And the Faunus is still 4-legged.
Half man, half goat. I believe. Let me look up a picture.
Sure. I think it's just
I don't wanna
2-legged
get
as
this
well.
wrong.
I think you're 2-legged half goat that way.
Yeah, I don't think you have 4 legs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's let you. Maybe.
Yeah. No. Faunus is 2 legs, I believe.
Yeah. But it's Google image of Faunus.
I did, and it's showing me a character from an anime. So.
That's tough. Anime pollutes the internet, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
It really does.
It really does. It
And
ruins it for
apparently,
the rest of us.
K-pop
Oh,
is
shit.
wrecking a lot of shit.
This is the first one that showed up. Check out that image. We're gonna have to post this.
Yeah, put that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Would you like? Could you describe
I'll
this?
do my best. It's a horned a man with horns,
Yeah.
bearded. He's playing a
Pan flute.
He's playing 2. Well, it looks like pan flute, but it's only got 2 horns on it.
Yeah.
And then he's got a big old horn coming out from between his legs. Very impressive. Circumcised, actually. I mean,
Yeah.
oh wait, I forgot what uncircumcised dong is like. It could just be a regular dong. But yeah, what a rim.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's circumcised. Yeah.
Well, because it's all Greek stuff, so yeah, you would be circumcised, right? The Greeks were circumcision people.
And so 2 legs.
And 2 legs, yes. 2
Cloven
feet, 2 legs, and you actually have hair for shorts.
Hair shorts.
You have hair shorts and a tail.
Hair where your shorts would be.
Yeah, save that image. That's important.
This is a great image. We'll just add that to my photos. Hopefully that doesn't show up at the most inappropriate time.
Yeah.
I can't believe that massive wang. It's bigger than his legs.
Oh, well, I mean, I can relate.
Justin MacDonald, known for his wang.
He could use some 3-legged hairy shorts.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. At least the hair doesn't go onto the wang. It's very clean shaven.
I think he has some sideburns.
He had
it's some mutton chops on that dog.
on the side of the dong. I can't believe the size of the dong.
Yeah,
wow.
Little Van Dyke on the underside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've opened the floor for questions.
Okay, well, if I can do anything, right now, I know where I'm leaned based on that photo. Very much leaned that way.
Okay.
So questions are going to fall this way. First place I go, Centaur. Where's my dong?
Your dong?
Yeah, is it at the back of the horse's legs, or is it at the 2 front legs of the horse? which would be my
It's a very
front
good
legs.
question.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a very good question.
Thank you very much.
It's at the back where you would normally see a horse's dong.
That's right. So,
Yeah.
one were to assume by knowing that, I would only be able to mate comfortably with other equine or centaurs.
No.
Horses and centaurs. I don't think
either of those two things. And when you see this picture, folks, neither of those are going to be comfortable for anyone involved.
we've all seen things on the internet. But, okay. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm going to have less chances having sex with women, human women, as a centaur than I would as a
Faunus.
a Faunus. So the Faunus is just like
This is all your speculation. I don't hear a question.
Right, right. So okay. So here's my question. As a centaur, how am I doing with the ladies? Are women still attracting me as if I'm a human, or like say I can go to the club? Am I even allowed in the club?
To use your words, we've all seen movies. Some people are into it.
Yeah. Okay. Am I allowed to even socialize around humans, or is there like a centaur racism going on? Are centaurs allowed places? Is there like no centaur signs?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
Centaurs they're not all around everywhere,
Right.
but quite popular.
But we are a proud race.
Yeah, and people really take to you. Like, you're a very charismatic race.
Oh, I get that. I can dig that.
Yeah, like, you come through the room and people are like, oh, that is a majestic beast.
Now I see with Faunuses, they're clearly musically talented. They're prone to pan fluting.
Well, that's
As a centaur,
It's a good observation.
do I have any musical talents as a centaur?
No, not really. Not
No
specifically.
musical-
You could try to learn.
Yeah, because I would think a centaur playing a fucking sick guitar,
You'd-
like
You'd have
that's-
trouble with some, like drums. I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
obvious reasons.
yeah. I mean, no, I could just put the throne underneath my horse chest, because that'd be a horse chest. I'm wearing my two front horse. legs
You're
out.
quite large. Centaurs
Yeah.
are quite large.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. How tall am I? Am I like 10 feet tall?
Well, you're a torso of a man on the neck of a horse.
Right. The torso of a man's probably like 4 to 3. It's like probably 3 feet tall. Right.
Yeah.
And then a horse.
And you're
Yeah.
as a male, like, you're like a Clydesdale.
I'm
bud.
probably like
you're like you're the bottom half of a Clydesdale.
probably like 10, 11 feet tall.
You're a large beast.
Because a horse's chest is up to your neck, is it not?
Yeah, pretty good.
On a Clydesdale, it's higher. Oh my goodness. Yo, I'm a beast.
Yeah, large beast.
Well, that's not comfortable. It's hard to take a shower as a centaur, I'd imagine. Oh, let me pose on this question. Is it hard to take? All right. So, are there apartments that are fitted to centaur life?
There are communities.
There are so I have to live amongst centaurs.
There are centaur communities. I mean, some people have moved to the sticks. They've created their own house.
So I couldn't live amongst human communities easily. I couldn't move into an apartment.
You couldn't just live next door to me
Toronto.
here, unless you really converted the house, which
Right.
some have done.
Really? That's a lot of doorways. That's raising the ceilings, man.
Yeah, you need like cathedral ceilings.
I think you
usually
remove-
bungalows.
So when I move into a regular house, I'd probably remove the second floor of the house in order to accommodate centaur life.
That would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you got to think about those things.
I still have human hands.
You do.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not a bad trait.
Both would have.
No musical talent. I have to have a giant renovated house.
You got a horse cock.
There's got to be some centaur. Yeah, but I really got to think, like, even as a horse, man, like, plowing a human is not going to be that much fun. Because they're under me completely. Like,
It's not romantic.
no. I'd be cloving around. Do I have to wear horseshoes?
I mean, it depends. Like, if you're going to commute, you might want to.
Like, I gotta take the 401. Do I
I mean, if you work local or you work from home,
I gotta take the highway.
due to COVID, you probably don't need to
So
wear
I can't
them
drive a
very
car.
often. Good fucking luck.
Well, you can remove the seat and then make sure you get a big sunroof.
Oh, God. You'd have to... Dude, remember, you're 11 feet tall. Like, that's... I don't know which vehicle you're
Can you
driving.
fit a horse into your
Yes.
Dodge Ram? No, you can't. Yeah, so you have to get a horse in there. So, yeah, I'm not going to be welcome anywhere. Oh, okay. How fast can I travel as a centaur?
I mean, like, you can book it. Like, people traveled by horse for A long time. And you are a very large.
But I'm a mythical beast, right? So I gotta think I gotta be faster than your average.
Yeah,
horse.
I mean, like you can run full tilt for longer than a horse, like much longer.
Faster though.
And, well, yeah, you're quite large, and you're definitely a mythical beast. So you've got a little bit more oomph in the tank than just a horse.
But just a horse. But horses like.
I mean, a commute to Toronto, like you're talking, you can do it in 45 minutes.
Okay, so I'm going as fast as a car,
and you can do it every day.
I'm going as fast as a car. I can go 120 as a.
Yeah, that's like pushing it. Like you're not usually doing that, but you can cruise at 100 kilometers an hour.
Do I get tired as a mythological beast?
Not on a commute. I mean, if you're going to do it for like a shift, you wouldn't want to be a courier.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Does my horse body get tired, but my human body not? So if I got to commute on my horse body, but then go to my desk job as a Centaur, like what if I have an office job?
You're not really working too many desk jobs, but
yeah, but I mean,
they do like to accommodate. Most places are very open policy for accessibility.
What kind of work's available? Like, is there a lot of jobs available for Centaurs?
It depends. You'd have to find a very open company that is acceptable to, they have the accommodations for accessibility that you would need.
I picture myself in blacksmithing as a Centaur. I think I'd be into blacksmithing.
That's a great move. Yeah. I mean, you don't need to commute downtown for that.
Do you know who made this? A Centaur.
Yeah.
Like, I want this. I want this steel rod fence that this blacksmith made.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't ask this question, but I'm going to give this to you. Since you brought up blacksmithing, which is a great nod, you do make mythological weapons. When blacksmithing.
Well, Mike, you beat me to the punch because that's where I was going.
Okay.
I
wanted to make sure you didn't miss that.
I was going that way.
Yeah.
As a Centaur, I can make mythological weapons. I'd imagine most of them being hammers. I just got to think of more hammer-based weaponry.
I mean, you've been known to make some armor, some shields.
That's true. That's true. So I can make blessed armors. Chainmail or plate?
Mostly plate.
Mostly plate.
Chainmail's not really a thing. It's very. You need really small hands.
You have really studied this. I didn't. Yeah. Okay, so you were quick on that answer too. All right, we got to go over to the
Faunus.
Faunus, thank you.
Yeah,
I was gonna call him a Thetan from anyway. Faunus. So Faunus, now clearly musically talented. Got a huge dong, nice hair shorts, mostly walk around topless, cloven feet.
Yep.
Horned head, beard. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, take all the beards you want. And then, okay, so, all right. Now, if the Centaur is making mythological armor, I have to imagine that the Faunus is making something else cool. I'd imagine it's probably songs. I'm ahead of you, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm making mythological songs.
You haven't asked a question yet.
I'm making magical songs.
That's a statement.
Am I making magical songs?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely can captivate an audience like no other.
Can I hypnotize those with songs?
You are very, very well adept at charming folks with those songs that you play on your pan flute.
But not hypnotized.
Not quite hypnotized.
Not quite. I can't manipulate
if
them entirely.
People know that you've charmed them.
Right.
When it's over, and they are aware that you can do it.
Right.
So you really got to watch what you do there.
Okay. Now, because of my musical talents as a Faunus, does it apply to other instruments as well?
No, you just play the pan
only
flute.
The pan flute.
But it is a wonderful sound.
I'm sure. I just don't see a lot of demand for pan flute.
The world is captivated by it.
I get that, but I mean, can I go? Say if I go on America's Got Talent,
yeah,
and I play the pan flute, I'm getting no X's. I'm winning. Like that Simon prick is going to hand it over.
Everyone but Simon loves it, but that's enough to win.
That's enough to win. Is it the two?
Yeah.
I go to Vegas first trials.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Okay. All right, now as a Faunus,
yeah,
I can run as fast as a goat. I can run as fast as.
Yeah,
can I run as fast as a Centaur?
No, you cannot run as fast as a Centaur.
Yeah, it's only 2 legs.
But your 2 legs, like those legs are you're. I mean, you haven't asked this either, but you're the size of a large man.
Yeah, I definitely look big. Yeah,
like you look big. You're a well built. Right. You're Terry Crews. Like you're a big guy.
Right. Yeah, I think I like okay. Like, I know where I'm leaning already on this. I definitely know where I'm leaning already on this. Yeah. I mean, I'm having a lot of trouble getting over the discomfort of being a Centaur versus the comfort of being a Faunus. I mean, really, I got to live in a human world. I understand that there's communities out there, but I want to fit in. You know, there's nothing wrong with the desire to fit in. Everyone's there saying it's okay to be different, but I've always liked to fit in.
Yeah. So do you feel that you have all of the knowledge you need?
I don't know.
You really dove into the Centaur a lot.
I dove into the Centaur a lot, but the Faunus, I mean, okay. Oh, okay. Who has more prejudice against them, the Centaurs or the Fauni? Like, who are people just not getting down with? We're not getting along with anybody. Are we cool with everybody? There's no problem.
I mean, it does depend on. It depends because I mean they're probably split, but they're split for different reasons. You know,
right.
There's
so like the Centaurs are like liberals and the
they just think
the
that
Fauni
the people that,
more
that you
right-leaning.
know, some people are big fans of Centaurs, dislike Faunus.
Right.
Some people are big fans of Faunus, but they dislike Centaurs.
But people don't fall on both ends of that fence.
Not generally, no.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So that means that I'm an enemy of the Centaur.
They don't converse very much.
And I have to imagine in this canon that the Centaur exists while the Fauni exists.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
Both exist.
So I'm at war with Centaurs.
Not at war.
Right, because it's civilized now. I mean, there's still you're like the Civil War back then. There's still flags getting flown, but we're just uncomfortable with each other. But we have to get along.
You just don't go out of your way. I mean, like you work together. If you have to.
Right. Yeah. And there's still probably like shitty groups of Centaurs that still wave dumb flags. Same as the same. Yeah.
Like as dumb and as amazing as humans are.
Right.
Same on both sides of that.
Right. Well, you know, so just I don't know. I'm really having a tough one with this, but I think I know where I'm leaning. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, I've given you ample time, but I think I've closed the floor for questions.
Okay.
Have you made a decision?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with what I said earlier. I think I know what there's something I don't know out there, but I'm going with the Faunus because it just looks like a tough world out there for a Centaur. I want to enjoy some human amenities from time to time, and I really think the Fauni are going to be able to do that. You know, magical mallets, musical powers. I think I see myself more achieving fame as a Faunus than I do as that, and I've always been seeking the spotlight, and I want to enjoy a couch and a human-sized house. So I'm going Fauni.
Okay.
How'd I do?
Well, I hate to do this to you. That's the wrong answer.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
I mean, the things you said are true.
Why?
The things you said are true.
Right.
But the hardest part about being a Faunus is the only way they communicate is through playing the pan.
Oh!
It is the only way of communication as a Faunus. They do not speak any other language.
I didn't know that.
So you really have a hard time.
No, I can't communicate with humans at all.
No, and I mean, realistically, humans put up with it. Some of them really enjoy it because they think it sounds great.
Yeah. You know what I would ask if the floor is open for questions?
I
would ask if I could understand humans, but I can't ask that.
I wish we could find that out.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I can't change my answer.
No.
Because the floor has been closed.
The floor has been closed, yeah. Are you feeling okay?
Pretty pissed. I think I need a break.
What pissed you off?
That's a question. Because the guy, like, clearly we had the photo with the pan flute right in his mouth, and I never asked, can you remove the pan flute, number one? And obviously I'm just going to make some goat sounds otherwise. And I never even thought. This is why you ask questions. This is why you ask questions, guys. It's tough.
Well, I've closed the floor for conjecture.
Okay, we're back on the floor.
I don't know. It's not like I know what I'm fucking doing.
Well, I kind of assumed you did when I got into this.
Just guessing, dude.
I didn't realize it was going to be a 5-hour hiatus between recordings. And Mike tinkers around with buttons.
So it's been about 5 hours.
Yeah. We're very tired.
Yeah. It's
7
the
in
next
the morning.
day.
Yeah.
We had to do it.
We have to do it for the fans, man.
Yeah. It hasn't been.
I told a
minutes.
lie on the weekend with some friends. We were cruising around, and I put the podcast on. What happened was we got in the car, and the podcast was playing.
Because you were listening to it?
No, it was no. What was annoying was because I was listening to it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I listened to one of my own, and then I just hit the thing to put the music on, like hit the Bluetooth button, expecting music to come on, and a podcast came on. Now, typically, porn comes on or something else, right?
Yeah, we've talked about that.
But then the podcast came on, and we started listening to it, and they're making fun of me the whole time. They're ripping into me.
Who was this?
My friend Rick and Matt.
Yeah.
So they're ripping into me because it's just like, what's the matter with you? You're making us listen to your podcast. I'm like, no, it's just no, can't turn it off now. So
we have to listen to it. Yeah.
So they're listening to it and they're ripping on me and stuff. And so you have spots. So we started making like fake sponsors up. It was a part of the thing where we're like listing our sponsors and like, you have sponsors, and I'm like, oh yeah, we get like $700 from these guys a month. And I think they believed it. So I felt bad. It was
our sponsorship for Little Caesars Pizza.
Yeah, exactly. I think And I think
no, it was Little Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, it was Caesar's Palace. I said Caesar's Palace.
Little Caesar's Palace.
Yeah. And they weren't listening, but they're just like, you get money for this? We're like, yeah, we get like $700 per sponsor. What? How many listens do you have? Like, I don't know, like 7,000. I don't know.
That's the best.
Total lies.
Idiots.
No, well, no, I'm not. I'm not discrediting them.
It's
like I don't
them.
think they believed it, but I have an inkling they did, which I feel bad about lying. It's one of those things where like it was a fake brag, but if it gets bought, you're just like, well, you know what? I just kind of avoided ridicule for a second. I'm just gonna let that go. So it's going to be like months from now. It's like, man, you can live on that podcast money. I'm like, what? No, there's no podcast money.
That leads us into our second sponsor. Go ahead.
You want to take this?
You can take this one.
It's again, one of our more loyal sponsors is butter.
The worst one.
Listen, you tubby bitch. Put some butter in that pan. What are you doing with fucking olive oil? Get back to butter, where it used to be. Butter. Shove it in your face.
Just like your grandma used to make.
I got it 2 minutes. Yeah. None for you, dear. That's stolen.
What's that from?
That's Mr. Show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's stolen. But
it's like most of our podcasts.
Yeah, the entire thing's complete.
Yeah, it's a complete ripoff. We've already decided on the next ripoff bit we're going to do.
Yeah, what was that? We're doing hot ones next?
It's yeah. I didn't know we were going to. Well, I guess this is the big reveal.
Yeah, we're going to steal hot ones.
Reveal. We're going to steal hot ones.
I've been getting gift bottles of hot sauce for multiple years, and now I'm at like 40 bottles of hot sauce in the house.
Perfect.
And it's just like, well, you know what? I'm not going to tell her to stop now because I think we're going to might as well keep this going. Mm-hmm. The thing is with these hot sauces, I think the one she's getting me, I don't know if they're like a Costco box or something. Not ridiculing the gift, of course. It's just every single bottle is the exact same. You know, they're all the exact same bottle.
Oh, it's like when you go to Jack Astor's and they all are the same size and they all have different labels.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it's just vinegar with a different amount of paprika in it or something, right? And they call it different. So I think
this one's got garlic in it.
Yeah, and they're all like, this one's insane, like bust your butt. And it's exactly,
ass blaster.
It's exactly as spicy as the last one, shit like that.
Yeah,
they're all different colors.
we should try to find it. We'll have to set them up. And we'll see if we can figure out the Scoville rating of a few of them. So I
think on those, there's no chance. I think they're not even real. I think it's one company just being like, make a bunch of silly labels, color them different, send them out.
Yeah,
in a stupid Costco box or something. I think that's what they are, but they're still fun.
Do you think they bought one box of like a mixer pack and they've given you one every year?
No. They've given me the mixer packs themselves. It's like they hand over the boxed up mixer pack every time.
I thought maybe they bought a mixer pack 6 years ago and they've given you one every year.
She put me in a Hot Sauce of the Month club or something once, and that was different stuff with a whole gift box.
Cool.
Yeah, and that was probably not a cheap gift. And
That's always been really cool.
Great to me with Christmas stuff because I don't do Christmas presents, right? And I always say like, don't get me anything, and they just get me something, and it just makes you feel like shit. It really does.
Well, that's why you shouldn't even bother. You should just accept it and like get everyone new underwear or socks. And just
I
gift certificate to fucking Starbucks.
I don't disagree with that, but I'm just like, at this point now in my life, I'm just like, Christmas is for kids. So I just get the kids, the niece and nephews, and I get them stuff or something. Yeah. And then just when
Christmas is more fun with kids around, for sure.
Right. When another adult's giving me a gift, so it's like, if I see something I really want you to have, I'm just going to buy it for Mike. I'll just get it for Mike.
Yeah.
Like somebody gave me like a really cool bottle cap opener last week. Like, we're going to wait till Christmas. I'm like, just get sent it over. And when I see something for you, I'll grab you something because I just got to have it. So, it was funny. My friend got me it's a bottle cap opener, and it's a Mexican wrestler.
Okay.
And the leg lock is where the bottle cap opener is, right?
That's wicked.
So he hands it over, and I'm like, you know what's funny? You know me this well. I already have this. But mine is this one was black that he gave me. The one I have is blue, and it's a headlock that takes it off. Exact same manufacturer and everything. And I'm like, so I hand it over. I'm like, I already have this. Wait a minute, this is a leg lock. So I was like, fucking pumped. Like,
you're like, no,
this is fucking rad. Now I got two
it's
of
a
these.
collection.
Yeah. So now I'm thinking, like, is there like 400 of these? Is there Is there like a Powerbomb one?
Yeah.
Is there like a
crossface chicken wing version?
Is there a torture rack one?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta see
the Razor's Edge. If I can put my beer in a Razor's
Edge. I gotta
Edge.
find the company. Be like, I'll just take. Give me the rest of them. We'll fill the wall. Enough for use. They're under glass. If you can't open a bottle, you can break the glass. I'll tie a little hammer to it.
In case of a beer.
Another hammer-shaped beer cap bottle opener.
Yeah. You have a guy who's like doing like the elbow drop that you smash through the glass.
Yeah. I guess it would just I'll make a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
That is getting complicated, but I'll have a wrestling ring under glass with all the Mexican wrestler openers.
Bottle openers inside.
Right. And then one guy doing
on the top ropes. You have Hulk Hogan doing the ear, the wave ear.
And you know what? It just takes one tremor in the world. You just knock him over, and he'll break the glass.
Yeah,
and then you shatters. And everyone has to open bottles right away. So that's the
and
gift
then
to
it's
having
popping bottles. Actually,
popping bottles,
popping bottles,
popping bottles, yo. My friend bought that stupid one. Have you seen the stupid Instagram ad where it takes the top off the can, turns the can into a cup?
No.
It's very stupid.
That looks stupid.
He bought it.
Sounds stupid to me.
And it broke down within 5 seconds.
And
the ball bearings and the blade both dropped into the beer. Threw it in the lake right away. Fuck this thing. He was so excited to use it. He's like, it's wicked. It's wicked.
I'm gonna have, like,
Bro,
beer
how many times
cups.
you use this? Like once. It kind of broke the first time I used it. Then we're out on like this tiki hut party barge floating thing. And we used it like 3 times. Broke down right away. Fuck this thing. Skipped it across the water. Gone. All right. And I just drank a beer with a blade in it. It's a blade.
Why didn't you drink it?
I'll keep my teeth on the end. When it hits, I'll spit it, and then it sits. Really, really reckless, but it was early in the day, so I kind of kept an eye on it. You couldn't help but feel and hear the rattle of a blade in the bottom.
And a ball bearing.
Yeah. It was just rolling around in the bottom of the can. So I heard it.
What?
You're not getting away with this.
Get me with what?
I have a would you rather for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
ready?
Thank you to
Don't forget the name of the young lady.
Sarah.
Well, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah, for the last one. I hope we did it justice.
Well, she won a T-shirt for it. I think that's thanks enough.
That's
good.
Yeah,
let's not
fuck
give her any
her.
more airtime. Fuck off, Sarah.
Yeah.
You got a fucking T-shirt.
Yeah, it's horseshit.
Yeah. She's got a green medium.
Green medium coming to you.
Sarah's got some pretty amazing jugs, so I can see why she ordered the medium. All right, so
got it.
You didn't have to do that. You didn't. Hey, Sarah, that m's for you. This m's for you. And then this next one is from another listener. I don't have her with me.
Starla Manchester.
Thank you, Starla, very much.
Yeah.
We're going.
She came across the podcast, and I don't remember. She told me once, I forget. We're pretty terrible at any sort of conversing with fans that we don't run into on a daily basis.
Yeah. No, but I think we've mentioned her at least 3 times on the podcast now.
Yeah.
So she's a lifetime listener at this
Lifetime
point.
listener.
She's a celebrity.
I don't know if that's even her real name. It's
Starla Manchester. I'd go with that one anyway.
yeah. I mean, it's a pretty sweet name. If
That's her
the case.
OnlyFans name.
Yeah. Maybe.
I think Starla might be a slut. So
Never seen or met her.
thank you for your submission, Starla. I'm going with your 3rd submission, and this is what Mike's going to get.
All right.
Mike, this is a tough one.
Okay.
Would you rather have more fingers or more toes? I open the floor for questions. You almost made a decision there, didn't you?
I almost made a huge mistake. All right.
It's a tough game on that basis alone.
That is quite vague, which is good. I
Right.
like that. So that leaves a lot of room for error.
Yeah. We call it
A lot of room for
In Canada, we pronounce it
error.
not error.
Error. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, first question. Mm-hmm. How many extra fingers is it?
That's an excellent question, Mike. I'll let you. I'm gonna open this up. Now imagine this. I'm gonna let you give me an over/under of how many fingers you want.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Now, all right. So I want you to think about that. And there is a wrong answer. So just be wary. You're walking
So
into
I'm
a
going to say
minefield here.
I'm only allowed to give a number, and you're going to say over or under that. Can I ask a question before this?
Yes.
Are the fingers permanent?
That's an excellent question, Mike. Yes.
Okay.
They are permanent.
Well, I mean, they're not. They're as permanent as any other finger.
Yes, they're as permanent as the current fingers you have.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can lose those.
You can lose them. You can lose fingers.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So over under. The number I'm going to give is how many extra fingers. It's only extra fingers, not any extra thumbs. Is that?
Yeah.
Is it?
So for every that's a good question.
Okay.
So for every 4 fingers you get a thumb.
Oh,
So if you add 4 fingers, you get a thumb.
got it.
All right.
Oh, that's a weird looking hand. If you're like,
Right.
okay, here's another question. Does it go thumb, finger, 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 thumb? Or does it go thumb, finger, 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 thumb, finger, finger, finger,
Right.
finger, finger?
Second. The second one. So
second
on one hand, right?
So they would go all one
Right.
way, but you have a thumb.
They're
in the
all
middle.
going. They can be manipulated in different ways, but right now, you're getting thumbs and fingers going in the same directions,
making one fist.
making one fist.
But you have a thumb in between 4 fingers and 4 fingers.
Right. So I'm going to let you decide how many fingers you want. How many more fingers? How many more fingers and thumbs? Fingers and thumbs. Fingers and thumbs you want. And we have to go from there on that.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to say, does it make... Okay, question.
Yes.
Do the extra fingers make your hand bigger, or does it make all of your current fingers smaller?
Well, that's an excellent question, Mike. So with any finger, you get metacarpals, right? So your palm has to grow with these fingers, right? So, yes, your palm gets larger.
Average size fingers,
Right.
you just get more.
You just get more.
Palm gets big.
Palm gets big.
So conceivably, I'd be quite the pianist.
You'd be quite the pianist. And
Could be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's more questions to be asked.
Yeah.
Starting to breathe heavy. It's
Yeah.
stress. I know. It's stressful
tough.
over there. I know. Luckily, I've done my research, so I can walk you through this.
All right. On the toes side, are the toes permanent?
Are your current toes permanent?
Okay, so same.
So say.
And same idea. How many extra toes is it?
It's going to be the same deal.
Same deal.
It's going to be the same deal. I'm gonna award you as many as you want, and I'm telling you, choose carefully on this.
And so do I get to choose if potentially, theoretically, if I go with more toes,
Right.
I get to pick a number. And if I go with fingers, I get to pick a different number.
Correct.
Okay.
That is correct. You get to pick a different number of toes than you do fingers.
Question.
Yes.
Do I have to have extra fingers or extra toes?
Do you have to have extra fingers or extra toes?
Can I just say, no, I'm out?
You don't want... No, you have to do this.
Okay.
You are being put in front of a tribunal. This is how you carry on with your life.
I got it.
You are standing in front of Gwad.
Gwad?
And Gwad says, I'm Gwad right now.
I
I'm
am
saying,
Gwad.
You are not getting out of this. All right?
Yeah.
And be wary. Choose wisely. Remember in Indiana Jones where they go into the Temple of Doom?
Do I pick that number once I've made my decision, or do I pick that number now so I can help make my decision?
You have to. No. You can ask questions to make your decision.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is stressful. I know. This is a tough one, man. I don't envy your position.
No.
No.
I just don't want to get it wrong, you know?
I know, but I mean,
I
you
just
can
don't wanna
only
get
you
it
can only go 2 ways. I know, and like we both got it right in our previous podcast, so we're batting.
Yeah, I know.
I'm batting 500 right now.
Yeah, no.
You're still batting 1,000.
I could. Yeah,
I
don't want to
give
fuck.
you a
I want to take the lead here.
I wouldn't want to give up your record either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do the extra toes give me any special abilities?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What extra abilities do the extra toes give me?
Okay. Number 1, they give you extra toes.
Well, yeah.
Number 2, speed.
Speed.
There's speed.
Okay.
I mean, you got to think about the human foot and the way it moves. Extra toes. I mean, that's a lot more. That's a lot more leverage. That's a lot more. I mean, you got to think about where these toes are positioned, how they're working.
A little more oomph to each step.
There's questions to be asked here. You know.
Okay.
But you got more toes. What do you got?
How many
more
more
bones? You got more muscles.
How many more kilometers per hour can I run based on each toe I have?
For every toe you add, that's an excellent question. That's because you're making me fill in the blanks, and that's why it's a good question.
Okay.
So for every toe you add, you're adding 1 kilometer of speed to your ambulaic speed as a human being.
Ooh, only 1 kilometer. I was expecting a little more, but okay.
1 kilometer per hour on a toe, that's pretty good, bud.
Yeah.
So right now the ambulaic speed of a human being is about 11 miles an hour, I think it is. And
So what's that?
Well, I think its walking speed is like 11 miles an hour, 8 or 9 or something. Ambulaic speed of a human being walking.
So yeah, like the average running speed is what?
20, running or walking?
Running. Like someone can run what?
Well, the record is a 4-minute mile, right? So I've calculated that. How many 4 minutes is there? 4. We can do that. 4 times what? 15. It's 4 times 15 to get to the hour. 11. That's 44.
What speed can the average human run?
44 miles per hour at the highest top. I'm doing amazing.
All right, I'm just looking this up. Siri's going to let me know here. What is the average running pace for a mile?
Mm-hmm. I know we didn't. You know what I got to mention? Sorry, I forgot to mention this. There's no Googling.
Huh.
There's no Googling.
All right,
that's
a good question.
I should have mentioned that.
That's good.
There's no Googling.
I don't want to break the rules.
No, you're not. You're not.
Okay.
I just realized I've already done all the research, so why do you need to Google?
It's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, that's good to know.
Right.
In terms of extra fingers, this is an assumption, but do they give me extra strength, more grippage?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I mean, for every finger you have, now you've...
Yeah.
Now, are you asking about mythical strength? Or are you asking about...
Do they have any mythical powers?
Mythical powers?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yes. I mean, yes, they do.
Okay.
The fingers have some powers. Some powers.
Okay.
All right.
I see.
All right. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll tell you what the powers. I'll tell you what the powers.
That
of
would
the
be my
fingers
next question. Actually,
the powers of the fingers are right for every single finger you have, right?
Yeah.
1 is good, right? 1's good. It's always going to just give you good thoughts all the time. It's kind of give you good advice.
Really?
Right. And then the second one, pretty much on par, is going to be kind of a neutral. Third one, bad. Not going to be a nice. He's always going to give you kind of bad ideas.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, you're still doing...
For your first extra finger is a good one.
Yeah.
Your second extra finger is a neutral. Neutral party, doesn't really give a shit either way.
Right.
Third one, evil.
Correct.
Like pure evil?
No, just bad advice. Bad advice.
Okay.
Start smoking.
Okay.
I'm a little bored over here. I want a cigarette.
Call in sick, dude.
Yeah, you don't need to. That's me. That's just me. That's mostly my advice to everybody.
It's bad
advice.
The
same advice you get from me all the time. Call in sick, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So, we got bad, evil fingers. We haven't asked enough about the toes, I think. Like
evil fingers.
You got, 1/3 of your fingers are evil, right? And the other ones are neutral. So you could get fingers caught up in a bad battle of wits in there.
I mean, like neutral fingers are like they're passive, they're easy, they're pushovers. So that's not a saying whatever.
They're voters. That's the swing voters.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got
but if you have one positive and one swing vote, like you're good, you're golden.
Right.
So that's okay. I mean, I think I know which way I'm leaning, but I'm gonna ask. I gotta find a little bit more about these. Are they magical toes?
I mean, they're not bad.
Yeah,
they're not bad.
Do they have any special powers other than speed?
Well, yes.
Okay.
I mean, they have jumping speed. They have athletic speed.
Right.
They have,
Do they help with any of the ailments of actually being able to run and jump and like the way that the body takes that kind of thing? Like, does your body just like perform better overall because your feet can just like?
Well, everyone knows
these things.
That's the question, because the body is built from the ground up, right?
Yeah.
So it starts with the feet, starts with your waist, starts with everything down below. You can't have a healthy body without healthy lower half. Yeah. So yeah, the toes are letting you know. They're building you up. You're in good shape because you got these toes. I mean, you're making them perform, and they want to work too, right? So
so you get a little bit of a pep to your step.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, yes.
Per toe.
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, that's
are the toes inherently good, bad, neutral?
There is no political affiliations with these toes. They don't have any swing joints, and they don't have any emotional
persuasions.
Persuasions is what I was looking for. Yes, these toes do not persuade. You are in control of these toes.
Okay,
you are definitely in control of these toes.
So they're completely non-partisan to the rest of my life. Mm. That's nice.
That's right.
I'm stuck here. Being able to really kick ass on a piano,
right?
I think would be awesome,
right?
But
I've closed the floor for questions.
Wow,
I know.
Okay,
I didn't mean to. It was just a feeling.
I mean, like you can't.
You
help
got
it.
You got it. Sorry.
All right. I still haven't fully decided here.
I know.
My problems are love to be able to play the piano, but also, if you got an extra toe, a couple toes, like no one would know.
Right.
No one would really know.
Right.
Only your close friends and family would really know.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah. I know. It's tough out here. It's harder for a pimp right now.
All right, I think I made a decision.
Let me hear it, please.
I think I'm just going to... Is this a basic answer?
Mm-hmm. A basic bitch.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Wait, I might be changing my mind.
You're looking like a basic bitch right now.
I might be changing my mind. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going 2 extra fingers on each hand. Damn it. It's the wrong answer.
Sorry, buddy.
Changed my mind at the last second.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Why?
It's tough. You made a bad decision, because basically what you did was you decided you got evil fingers.
No, I don't.
Yeah. You got 2 extra fingers, right?
Yeah.
Right. You didn't take into account to the fingers you already got. Right?
You said any extra fingers.
Yeah, but you have how many fingers you got? You got 4 fingers, plus you've added 2 fingers on each hand, right? So now you got 2 evil fingers. No. Did you ever stop to think about what evil fingers are going to do?
No.
Even if they're not influenced by other fingers?
That's what you said. I asked that
they
specifically.
Count. The original fingers count. Original fingers count in this equation.
For each extra finger, and you said yes. So I said the first extra finger.
We can't roll back. Hey, you know what? Do I have to close the floor? I'm not gonna. I don't want to do it.
This is horseshit.
I do not want to close the floor for conjecture. I wanted you to about 1,000. I really did.
I can't wait till you listen to this. But you're gonna listen to this back. You're gonna feel like a friggin' dummy.
I don't want to close the floor for conjecture. I'm just saying. I wanted you to about 1,000. I really did. You got evil toes. I mean, evil fingers. Sorry.
Yeah.
And the toes, man. You think about all the things you can do.
I almost did.
Gold medals all the way. Mike Smith has gold medals. He's going to run, running jump, long jump.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, track and field, everything. You could have just destroyed everybody. All those toes. You crazy? Superpowered toes.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions I didn't ask.
Yeah.
I could have asked, how many other people have these special abilities, like extra toes, extra fingers. I didn't ask that.
It was only you.
Wow.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Damn it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to close the floor for conjecture as well. So,
all right, great.
We're both bound 500.
Yeah. I mean, that was a tough one. That was a real tough one.
It was not an easy one, dude. Not an easy one. And you know what? It's really hard for dumb people too, right? So we got to ask for good questions, and we're both not that sharp. At least one of us was well researched on the topic, but at least I put in the prep work on this one.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Well,
you did stop.
You literally voted for evil fingers, but I've closed the floor for conjecture. I reclose the floor spring injection.
I'm closing it one more time. I open the door and slam it shut again.
Yeah, like you're not getting the picture. One of your fingers got in. When your fingers got in the way of the notch, I gotta fucking
open the door and said, "I closed the door."
Oh, there's all sorts of things you didn't ask.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah, I was having trouble coming up with questions.
Well, there we go. So there's a lot of free T-shirts circulating out there. Starla, you have a T-shirt coming to you.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to get one to the States. It might be going snail mail or on the back of a fucking Centaur.
To a donkey.
It might show up on the back of a Centaur. Wouldn't take that long to get there. Too bad we didn't know one.
On a donkey?
A Centaur.
Oh, it'd be there in like 20 minutes.
Yeah. He'd even be wearing it.
Yeah, he'd drop it off on a Centaur sweat, which is magical, which we didn't get into.
Oh, yeah.
Can we break while I pee?
Fine.
All right, well, if you want to do a monologue.
No. Monologue, schmonologue.
Yeah, we're not doing the monologue. Well, I want to write a bunch of monologues for you.
Oh, yeah?
It's like, here's a topic, discuss.
Can I still want more of your beers? Or you got
go nuts.
Well, they're behind you.
I always bring a pile of them.
Well, I know. That's why I don't feel so bad. I just haven't. I actually haven't got $1 to buy any beer right now.
I'm surprised you don't have any. That's not like you.
I have ciders and I don't want to drink them.
Did I do a cider, baby?
Nah, I didn't even like them. Yeah. I think they got bad.
They're hangovers in a can. Oh, those Mad Dogs that went bad on you. Mm-hmm. I told you. You email one of these.
I have to write this
nice
strongly
companies.
worded email. I know.
Yeah, not strongly worded. Just be like
strongly worded.
I like you guys. Send me some more stuff. You know what's funny? When we were kids, we had this happen twice in my life. The one I recall better was we opened a box of cereal. I forget what cereal it was. I think it was Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Opened it up, completely full of spiders.
Whoa.
The box was, and I'm talking completely congested with spiders. All these white spiders.
Wow.
Came flying out everywhere.
As a kid,
yeah. I didn't open it. My sister opened it, and there were spiders fucking everywhere. My mom wrote a letter.
Yeah.
Back when there wasn't hotlines for shit, she wrote a letter.
Snail mail.
And this is right around the time Superman died. Like,
oh yeah,
in life.
Yeah, I remember in the
so I think I was maybe 8 when Superman died.
Yeah.
Huge box, comic books. Superman died. Cookie cutters, Jello molds, any sort of swag.
Did you get the one like the one where Superman died?
Yeah,
the black one in the black plastic.
I don't know. It had
that's worth a lot of money.
It had a rock through his chest. My brother back then said this is a piece of shit one. Like it's not a real one or something back then. I don't know. It might have been like because it was like had like a Post logo on it or something. We didn't. Keep, we didn't keep any of them. He said they're garbage. But,
gotcha.
There was Jello molds, which I didn't even know what a Jello mold was. There was all kinds of stupid shit. Am I too close?
No, it's not at your mouth. Don't worry. So they just sent you like a box full of fucking slush
big
garbage.
Old box of swag. But I mean, as a kid, opening a box is like, look at this.
Free
like,
shit.
They're like fucking right.
Yeah.
And then another time I opened a can of UFOs.
Yeah.
Like SpaghettiO UFOs. And emptied it out. And there was nothing but just the brine. Not the brine. The broth.
The brine?
Brine.
The tomato
I
sauce?
I opened a can of brine.
Yeah.
A can of UFOs. Just a vinegar idiot. There was not a single noodle in it.
Wow.
And my mom wrote a letter, and they sent a letter saying, like, it's a problem with our canning process. We're very sorry. We're worried some of these went out. Huge box of swag came another time, yeah. So.
You know what would have been awesome? Imagine you had, like, a sweet fucking, like, Scarios t-shirt. Like,
oh, fuck, I know. That would have been dope.
Dude, that would have
been... They probably had a shirt in there. Which I couldn't give a shit about Scarios. I was a UFOs guy because the UFOs were thicker and harder. Not harder.
Oh, really?
But they were... Yeah, because, like, say, Alphabets were really thin.
Yeah, they always fell apart.
UFOs are big, thick babies, you know?
Yeah.
And I like the UFOs for that reason.
Yeah, they were like, I know what you're talking about. Like, they were supposed to look like aliens and UFOs and everything else, but, like, you couldn't really make them out. They didn't really look like anything.
Zoodles got in shit because there was a dick on their can for, like...
Really?
10 years, yeah. There was, like,
I like Zoodles. I liked all those.
Can.
I actually had a can of fucking raviolis for lunch today.
Oh, I'll do that anytime. I love that shit.
It was great, man.
We have a mutual friend that once shotgunned a can of ravioli.
Not just once. Yeah, I found that out actually a couple weeks ago. We were doing a barbecue at his dad's place and found out. I was like, no, I've seen him chug a can. He's like, not just once.
not just chug him, shotgun him. I saw him shotgun a can of Zoodles. which was like, it's not like punching through a beer can. You got to get like some real tools out. Like metal shards flying around. He's zapping raviolis through.
I think you can do it with those. You know the can openers that were not a can opener, but it's like for the juice.
I know the ones.
The Allen's juice, pointer.
Yeah,
that would work.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it would work.
That's actually probably pretty good for shotgunning beer. Actually,
I forgot about Can you get apple juice in a can like that anymore?
Yeah, Allen's.
They're still doing it.
Actually, the last thing at Allen's I got was in plastic.
I don't think I've ever seen any juice in a can for a billion years. And isn't this what we're talking about? Now, hang on.
Not for a billion years. Like, I definitely got one probably within the last 4 or 5 years, for sure.
Can I get briefly political for a moment? Just briefly.
Christ.
I know we've talked about this, but...
This may get edited.
But what I want to do is, I want to say to... it's not up to the consumer. I think it's up to the manufacturer. In the sense that if you just... If we're the consumers, we want to buy a product, and you're the one making this product, and you're saying like, oh, recycle this, recycle that. Why don't you use reusable products? Why aren't you using less damaging products in the environment? Stop using plastic.
Yeah.
Like plastic bottle, plastic. Let's go back to the can standard. It was fine. We were all happy with cans. Cans are reusable. I know they're more expensive for the manufacturer. Fuck them. I don't care.
Yeah.
Keep your price point the same. Go to cans.
There are... I mean... It is on those companies. I think it's a supplier responsibility. I think they should definitely do that.
Which I think is
luckily,
fall away from.
I do work for a place that I'm happy to say does look at those kinds of things.
I think this reduce, reuse, recycle garbage, they've placed the blame on the consumers.
Yeah, they definitely have.
It's just like,
I think
what other products are we supposed to use?
The best way to combat that personally, because I don't think that the supplier is always looking at the bottom line. Mm-hmm. And this is not as political as what I thought you were going to get into politics.
No, God, no.
This is just your opinion on something, and I agree with it. But there are places, and I don't know if PEI is still the same way, but like PEI is a glass bottles only.
No way.
Oh, they were. I mean, I haven't been there in over
a decade.
Beer
cans?
So they have cans. Okay. Sorry, they have glass and cans. Mm-hmm. Recyclables only.
Oh, no bottles, no plastic bottles.
Yeah. No plastic at all. No
plastic milk bags.
Yeah, what? That's an Ontario thing, I think.
Oh.
But they don't have any. What's the word or term that people use is
non-renewable resources or something, right?
Unrenewable resources, or whatever that term is. I don't think that's even accurate. But did I just watch you fart?
No, it's the chair again, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, you closed your eyes and that made like that noise. I was like, oh, wow, you really enjoyed that.
No, I know what's going on. I flossed earlier today for the first time in like a year.
Oh, good. Gross.
And I have like gaps on my teeth that are actually really bugging me.
So you don't like having the gaps. You would prefer the stuff stay crammed in there.
It was a really gross experience when I flossed today. I'm kind of ashamed to say it, but I don't floss. And one of my teeth are bugging me today. I had a toothache, so I flossed.
Yeah.
And that was the problem. I just had to floss.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I got to floss. It's just, when you run out of floss, you just don't floss.
I just went to the dentist actually a couple of days ago. It was an interesting experience to do that during COVID.
Oh.
It wasn't bad, though. I mean, apparently some people really freak out, and they were like, are you comfortable? You know, how do you feel about this process? Are you okay with it? And I was like, they probably got some people who are really scared.
It was already uncomfortable, so what do you...
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I don't really care. Like, the dentist is not like. I know people, and that are not okay with those types of things.
I've been told by my dentist that I've been to literally 32 years. I've been going to the same dentist. This guy will not retire. I don't know what's wrong with this dude. He's an amazing haircut. He had the most amazing short lawn of all time growing up.
Yeah,
but he told me I was best patient. He's like, you never even flinched. Like, you never moved. Nothing bothers you.
I don't think I really move or flinch or anything.
It's a painful experience, so you're just like, it's painful. Get it over with. It's fine. I think I shouldn't say that better ashtray? Yeah, sure. I think what's happened was with the flossing thing is that I floss in the car.
That's what I do.
And I haven't driven commuting in 6 months.
I had that exact same conversation with the I didn't even see my dentist, actually. I saw the dental hygienist, I guess. Mm-hmm. She scratched the shit out of my teeth. But it felt really good. Like, I was actually excited to go, and I felt good leaving because I'm like, okay, like it's been a long time. I remember I was supposed to go in March, and that was like, it's been 4 months or whatever the hell the time is. And then they closed down, and then it's been 7 months since they closed down. So, like fucking 10 months since I got into the dentist.
Yeah.
And about 7 months since I wasn't flossing as well.
Cleaning, bud. Get that real cleaning.
Yeah, like, because they're scraping shit off that a brush doesn't get. Like, a brush just doesn't get it off, right? Nope. And so it felt real good. I gotta get back
to the electric. I had an electric brush. I got like I'm sorry I interrupted you.
That's okay.
I had a $300 toothbrush before the first apartment fire. It was an amazing toothbrush. It was a gift.
Does it really make that much? Does it make a $300 difference?
Oh yeah.
I don't believe
dude,
it.
I had the best teeth of my life, and I used to get compliments from the hygienist being like, "Oh, well, you floss all the time." Like, no, I never floss. I
think it's just about if maybe some people are lazier brushers. Like, I had my dentist ask me while I was there just now, ask me, like, oh, so do you use an electric toothbrush? I was, no.
Yeah.
Manual.
Yeah, you're good at it.
But, like, I take the time. Like, I don't brush my teeth lightly. I get into it. I make sure that it's happening, and I do it for a while.
Yeah,
I get every tooth, every part, like...
Well, I do it in the shower, because I find if I do it in the shower... Because I enjoy my time in the shower, right? So if I'm standing there in the hot water, and I'll just brush for an extra 10 minutes under the hot water and enjoy it.
I just do that.
It's good advice. Everybody out there, wastewater, brush your teeth in the shower. Stand there for a long time. It's fresh. It's free.
It still can't be as bad as a bath. You know how long it takes to fucking fill a bath, man? That's a lot of water.
I haven't had a bath since I broke my leg in like the grade school.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I might have had a bath one time when I fucked my back up or something.
Nah, I've never had a bath.
It takes a really long time.
It's a disgusting thing to do. You're sitting there.
I feel like I have to have a shower afterwards.
Yeah,
instantly.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And then film with a soap would be all over you. It's disgusting.
And just laying in your butt water.
No, there's no chance of taking a bath. I won't even get in hot tubs. I hate hot tubs.
Oh, I'm not a fan.
They're disgusting.
Yeah.
You look at the facts on hot tubs, man.
Skin soup.
What's going on in there?
It's skin soup.
It's butthole juice and everything's so bad.
Oh, God. Deodorant and
it's
fucking...
warm. Because it stays warm, it just like makes more bacteria.
It's literally at the temperature that creates the most bacteria. That is the temperature that they sit at. Like just above 100 degrees.
They're disgusting things.
And that makes that's where bacteria thrives.
I remember my friend was getting one. I'm like, but you're the least, like, you're the worst homekeeper I know. Like, you can't even maintain a fucking toilet, and you're going to get a goddamn hot tub. Yeah. It's just the stupidest purchase this guy could ever make. It's so dumb. I think they're gross. I don't like them. We had a big party at your place, and everyone got into the hot because your neighbor has a giant hot tub, and was just plowing. Was it giant or not? It was just a lot of people in it.
No, it's just a normal size hot tub with a lot of people in it. There's
like 12 people in it. And they're like, come on in, man. Like, there is nothing. I would honestly rather drink the water in there than get in it. Like,
to get into that hot tub, so here's a question. Someone will give you $100. Would you have got in?
Yes.
$100.
Oh, yeah. I almost jumped into a freezing lake on the... Yeah, sure, you know what? Because I don't want to be a dick. So, yeah, $50.
$50 you would have done it.
Yeah. 20? No.
6-pack.
See, that's a service charge, so yeah, I'll go in for 6-packs. And a 6-pack is still like $20 with a service charge, so you even out to $30. And I don't want to be a dick.
And you can return the cans if you really want to.
Yeah, I don't do that. No, you can't return a can of Oshawa if you want to. They're gonna come and just grab it out of your hand the second you're on your last.
I told the guy last night. The guy was going down the street with a garbage bag and a bicycle, and I said, "Hey, dude." Like, he was about 3 houses past ours when I was taking the recycling out. And I was just like, I yelled. I was like, dude. Yeah. And he's like, what? And I just like pointed at it. He's like, you got some empties in there? I was like, I do. he's like, oh, thanks, man. And then I came back into the backyard and I was grabbing, I think, like yard waste bags or something. And I just heard like rummaging, like furiously.
Yes.
And went through him, and I'm just like, I just hope the guy's not making a mess. Like I gave him the heads up. Like, I hope he's not making a mess out there. And then I'm not even left. I'm in my backyard, and I hear from the front yard like, "Thanks a lot, man. Thank you so much." I was like, "All right, Dad. No worries. Stay safe."
There's a guy around my neighborhood that refers to us as customers. He's like,
that's awesome.
I got a lot of customers down the street, man. You know, I pull the empties out of their backyard for them. If you want me to do that for you, I'll always go to your garage, get them out. I'm like, yeah, I'm not your customer. Whatever you're talking about, just you're not coming anywhere.
Yeah. And you're not coming into my backyard. You're not coming into my garage. Yeah.
I had it happen once because I'm like, dude, we had like 8 recycling bins. I'm like, come on back. I'm not doing this on my own.
Is he one of the guys that got like a trailer and shit?
Yeah.
But I don't see that guy here very often.
There's one guy that's showing up like he's like in a 96 Impala. And he just fills his back seat. He just dumps them all over the back seat. There's like a baby seat back there. You're like, oh man, that's a rough go for this baby.
Oh, that's tough. I mean, the way I see it, like sometimes I keep them. One day we kept them, or one day, like one period we kept them.
I did it once, man. Once.
And I don't mind doing it. Like it is pretty sweet. Like the last time we kept them and I took them in. And in the summertime, it's easier. Like, you can put them all in a bag and just leave them in your backyard. And they're not, like, filling with water and everything else.
Right.
But I think I got back, like, $45.
That wasn't enough for me, because I did that, too. I think I got $60, but it was, like, 4 hours of sorting a bunch of shit. I'm like, this is gross.
Oh, no, we just counted them as we were throwing them into the thing. And half the time I guess. I'm like, I don't know, there's 250.
Yeah, it's strange. Different beer stores don't give a shit. Like, I've returned garbage bags, and they just weigh them of crushed cans. And they're like, are they all beer cans, guys? And you're like, yeah, but they're not. There's like, cans of like
soda water.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah, stuff like that in there. And
club soda. Yeah.
Or C+. Shit like that.
You really love your C+.
I do I do love a grape pop.
Really?
I love a grape
crush.
I love a grape crush from time to time.
Yeah?
Yeah, like when I go to the movie theaters, it is the dumbest fruit-flavored thing you can find. My new one is always the Barks root beer strawberry cream soda. Oh, it's insane.
I hate Barks.
Like
I can't stand it.
Sugar,
it's the worst tasting shit ever.
Oh.
I can see how uncomfortable you are.
Yeah, I gotta pee again. Sorry.
It's distracting.
It's making you uncomfortable.
Yeah,
okay,
be right back.
We're back from pee break.
We're
back from pee break.
Welcome back to Piss Break.
It's called the show Piss Break.
Piss Talk? I'm not going to Piss Talk.
How many times is Justin going to piss during this talk?
Yeah. You made it 17 minutes, man. 17 whole minutes.
Well, I tried really hard. I was telling you, because we're sitting on wooden chairs leaning forward, I think it's because I'm leaning on my bladder.
I think it's a fear that you have to pee, but you actually don't. And you're like, I can't get up. I think I might have to pee, but I don't know, and now I can't, and so I'm freaking out, and then your brain goes, I have to pee.
Well, all those things are subconscious. I'm not thinking about those things. All those things you just said, I'm not thinking about.
You're not thinking about the fact you have to pee? There's no way you're not thinking about it. You're fidgeting beyond belief.
I'm doing it before I know I'm doing it. You're the one who picks up on it, not me.
It's annoying.
You could have made me listen, keep recording. You could have made me just record. I would have just done it.
But I can see it because all of a sudden it's like your eyes glaze over.
I'm listening.
You're not really listening,
yes,
and you're kind of sort of in the conversation.
I believe I am. Maybe we should turn my headphones way up so I can't escape you. Because that's what it is. I think, and I got to say this about podcasting or whatever we've done through this, is that when you're in a conversation with somebody, you can tune your... See, I like this.
You like that?
Yeah, see, what happens is in a conversation, I think, in any conversation in life, you become easily distracted.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the reason people like to listen to podcasts is because it is undivided listening conversation, right?
Yeah, and you can't... It's uninterrupted. It's there. Yeah, I can see that.
Like, I work in construction all the time, and I listen to conversations with two dudes that are conversing, but they're not listening to each other.
Yeah.
They're just shooting shit, and just because one guy's talking, they'll, oh, yeah, I had something like that happen. And they just don't really listen. They just converse. But I think when this happens, we're really conversing. We're really listening. And
I think we're actively listening and conversing, yeah. Right. For the most part.
We have to wrap this up, though.
Until you have to piss.
Yeah. But we have to wrap this up.
Why, you got to piss again?
Come on. We have to thank a bunch of our listeners.
There's a lot of people. I mean, like the whole T-shirt thing, we didn't get a ton, but we got a bunch, and we are now we're getting lower. So I mean, anybody who is interested in a shirt, like, get on it, because we're running out. And I mean, if we need to, we'll get more made. But we are running pretty low. I got a couple people who messaged me and they want to hold on to them.
Is there any XLs?
Now I wish those people would just actually get that,
That's
get it.
That's okay.
Pick it up.
Did you order any XLs or did you just do small, medium, large?
I did a couple. I mean, if somebody messaged me and was like, hey, like, We don't have any XLs left. I don't think. I think we have one. I think we might have one XL left.
Maybe we should print up what we have left on our small
left.
Instagram post or something. But nonetheless, we got to thank the Thomases for buying some or one.
Jimmy bought one, yeah.
Yeah, we have the Manchester lady. Call her Manchester lady. That's
Manchester lady.
Yeah.
I don't think she's got much expectation.
Our friend in Taiwan.
She's been listening to this.
We want to thank Alex Barker for buying one. We want to thank anyone else. I mean, we got to thank Mike Bennett for designing them or helping with the design for that matter.
Yeah, Bennett. Yeah.
I don't know if we've actually thrown that one out before. We
I
do owe a lot of thanks to everybody on this one. And it's been a ton of fun, and I want to order more shit, and I want to make more merch and everything.
We really wanted to get hats done. That was like number one on the priority list.
God, I know.
Getting a nice embroidered hat, because we don't want to make a piece of shit. If you're going to make a fucking trucker hat, you don't want to make a piece of shit trucker hat. And in order to do it, it was going to cost, like we were looking at it, and this is Canadian for anyone who's in other places, but like Canadian, it was going to cost us like up like $50, $55 a fucking hat.
Right.
For like a nice embroidered logo, like
I didn't want to make a shit hat. I'm a bit of a hat aficionado as well as you are.
You are a hat snob.
Yeah, I'm a hat snob.
Yeah.
So I had to have a high crown, good mesh back, quality hat, with snaps in the back and all the good stuff, And
I found a guy who'll do them. I found a guy he prints them. He does full on banners. Like he'll print them off. That's
sure he
not the
would.
problem.
It's a pile of them.
But it was going to cost. I think that one was maybe $30 US a fucking hat.
Right. And then it's not like something you can just toss to a friend like, oh, this is the free one for you. Like, no, that's like $100 or $60 I just gave that guy. And it just goes on and on. I'm like, fuck.
And I got another buddy who said, like he makes, actually the current hat I'm wearing, I think is North Dog Wood Company. Mm-hmm. My buddy Jason runs that. And I got one of his hats on it. And it's an amazing embroidered hat. And I was like, shit, how much are these? And I think it was pretty cheap. It was definitely something where we could sell them for $20, $25, probably $25 to $30, $35 max for a hat, which is not bad for a nice trucker hat.
It's not bad.
But you have to get 1,000 of them fucking made. So you're spending $2,000 on fucking hats.
At least. Yeah. See,
and for his company, it makes sense. For ours, we don't know 2,000 people.
I designed a toque once, and it just said smokes and beers. It was beautiful.
Or 1,000 people, $2,000. Sorry.
Well, no, that's fine. But I designed this toque. It was on a site, and they're like, okay, great. You got to order 700, and it'll be $3,000 or something.
Yeah, because it's like, like.
But I thought immediately, like, this is actually probably not that stupid. I could order this and walk into most of the shops in Oshawa, and just be like,
sell 5 to them.
Yeah,
consignment even.
Yeah, just consignment. That won't work.
Here's why. Okay, not to interrupt. Here's why turning up the volume doesn't work for you.
Why is that?
Because when you hear your voice, you back off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So.
Because of the mic. I'm backing off the mic.
Because you hear yourself, so you start backing away from the mic.
Oh.
But when you hear yourself, then you know that you can be heard.
This is why we need a headset for me. I need to go buy a headset.
A headset.
I need a headset with the Madonna microphone.
The Madonna mic. So that you just can't get away from it?
I can't get away from my own face. I'm too animated in the first place. I want to instinctively wave around everywhere. So. Yeah. I actually liked it when we were in Greece and we just held them in our hands.
I mean, you can hold it in your hand if you want. It wasn't the best.
That caused more shit than anything because I was drunk and I kept putting it down my lap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get me a headset then, I guess.
Get you the lavalier or something. Lavalier, you would move around so much it would be fucking noisy as shit.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
That's the little pin. Pin it on your lapel.
Oh, no. You'd hear this all the time.
You'd be fucking touching everything. Yeah. When you get all fidgety.
I'm a touchy boy.
That shirt that you bought because I had one looks good on you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like a Cosmo who wore it better.
Yeah. I think you wore it better.
Oh, yeah?
I can tell that's right.
I liked it on you.
I can tell that's right out of the package.
Well, I won't wash it. I'll never wash it. I'll never dry it. I can't believe you washed and dried
you
your
have
shirt.
mustard on it.
I don't care. I'll scrape it off.
Why don't you wash it?
That's how you age clothing. I don't wash my clothes.
It looks better.
I wash my underwear and I wash my undershirts. I don't wash my outerwear. Never. Why don't you just, you're going to wash your jeans? Get out of here.
I don't wash my jeans. Really.
Then why do you wash them?
Maybe every now and then. Every now and then I'm like,
overshirt? I'm not washing an overshirt. No way.
Yeah, I mean, I think they deserve one wash to get it looks too new.
I miss that spray. Remember that spray, that Febreze spray? You could just hang it and spray at it, and it would iron it. You didn't have to iron it.
They still sell that.
Do they still have it?
Pretty sure. I mean, they still sell Febreze.
Bree said she didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. I'm like, it's the best. Oh, okay. Well, this is a good time to close now anyway.
All right.
So we have to close.
Send us some more Would You Rathers. info@dumpstertalk.com.
Please send more Would You Rathers. Please send any questions or anything. We'll answer them all day.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it. And you know what? There's just always going to be T-shirt discounts for anybody that does this stuff. Like, we are sending that girl, what's her name in Michigan? Or
Starla.
You're getting a free shipment T-shirt. Or, no, you're paying shipment, but you get a free T-shirt, right?
Paying shipping. Although we may just fucking, who knows? Because we got to figure out how to get it there. We'll get you a shirt there.
Right.
Because we haven't figured out how to get money from the States yet.
And we didn't get to Kim's. We did not get to Kim's Would You Rather, so we'll probably put that one up next time. Or she just gets a free shirt anyway, because we didn't get to it. So you can see it's a revolving door of free garbage.
It's true.
If you just send the damn emails.
Send the emails.
Right.
Revolving door
It's
of
easy.
free garbage.
It's info@dumpstertalk.
The name of the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's info dot?
Info at.
Oh, it's info at. So it's info@dumpstertalk.com.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
There you go. Send that. And, you're going to get fucking free garbage.
We've been
Give me
doing
a sticker.
this 3 fucking years. You don't know the email. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
it's not my job. I'm the face, baby.
The face of our podcast.
That's right. You're the brains. I'm the face.
The face of our podcast. That's accurate.
That's it.
I'm Mike Smith.
I'm Justin MacDonald.
This will never work.